We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, Peter Goodright as Billy Parker, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Claythorpe in...
Mind me bike?
Jimmy, I'm trying to wash up. What are you doing?
I'm trying to fill my bicycle pump with soapy water.
That's your granddad's silly idea again, spraying those nasty little slugs in the garden.
No, this is for a nasty big slug. My pal Ozzy.
Now, there's been enough trouble. Quite enough trouble between you and Ozzy, squirting soapy water indeed.
Well, I'm only getting my own back. Look what he did at the competition yesterday. He rubbed treacle all over me hula hoop.
Well, you're not doing it. I want you to run some errands for me.
Oh, Mum, I've been twice this morning already. Every time I come back, you remember something else.
Well, I've written it all down this time, so there'll be no trouble. Now, up you go. There's a good boy.
All right, I'll go and get my bike out of the wash house.
Well, don't get in your granddad's way. Mr. Craythorpe's helping him clear the guttering.
Are they still at it?
Yes. Oh, your granddad's in charge. He's leaning on the ladder, drinking tea and giving advice.
Oh, all right, I won't bother him.
Hey, Theodore! You've been up there an hour. Haven't you found out what's wrong yet?
I know very well I've been up here an hour, but it's not as easy as you think.
Look, all you've got to do is to find out what's blocking up the gutter.
I know that. It's something in the downspout. I could see what it is if I had a torch. Every time I strike a match, the wind blows it out.
Here they are, Bill and Ben, the flower pot men.
No, don't you start. I've got enough trouble with Edmund Hillary up there.
Oh, I see the trouble, Mr. Sinclair. You've got something jammed in your downspout. I think it's a tennis ball.
Don't be daft, that's his Adam's apple.
Jimmy, well, you go in the house out of the way.
I've come to get me bike out. I'm going on an errand for me mum.
All right, get the bike and be quick about it.
I'm going to need something to push this ball down the spout.
Well, hang on. Jimmy's just getting his bike.
His bike? What do I want with a bicycle on the roof?
It's not for you, you half-wit. Jimmy's just gone down to the shops.
Hey, what shall I jump on me bike? Just like the Lone Ranger getting on his horse. Hi-ho, Silver! I'm up! I'm back again.
Stop riding around like that.
Shall I ride no hands?
No, will you stop?
Me next trick, 1 foot on the saddle.
Oh, a lovely view of the circus up here.
Now both feet on the saddle.
Will you get down?
I'm coming down.
Not you. No, I mean, all right, come down.
Now, hold on to the ladder, Mr. Sinclair.
Jimmy, look out, Jimmy.
Oh, heck!
Jimmy, you might have broken your neck.
Help, get me down. Bring the ladder back before the gutter collapses.
Oh, look at Dawson swinging in the breeze.
What are you doing?
That's how Tarzan calls for cheetah.
Help, my fingers are frozen. I can't hang on much longer.
How are we going to get him down?
Tickle him under his arms.
Theodore, put your feet on my shoulders. Now, let go.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sinclair. Oh, what an ordeal. Just look at my nails.
Jimmy, come here, you. Now, you see what happens with your silly tricks.
It wasn't a trick. The handlebars came off.
What?
Oh, it's all right. I'll put them back on again. I've got a piece of string.
Let me look at that bike. What a wreck. It's a wonder the whole bike didn't fall to pieces. Look at the rust on those forks. And the crossbar's broken. That's the last time you ride this bike.
But I'm going out on Sunday with the Red Devils Cycling Club.
Who are the Red Devils?
Me, Charlie Thompson and Ozzy.
You're not going anywhere on this bike again, because I'm going to give that wreck to the Rag and Bone Man.
Oh, well, I'm going to She won't let you give me bike away.
I'll tell your mother.
Hey, Mum!
What's the matter, Jimmy?
Me granddad won't let me ride me bike. He's going to give it to the rag and bone man. And all he'll get for it is a rotten bowl of goldfish.
Oh, has he told you, Pat?
What is all this about Jimmy's bike, Father?
Ah, it's not a bike at all. It's a death trap. The thing's fallen to pieces.
So's your best suit, but you're not giving that away.
Don't be cheeky, Jimmy. Now, look, Father, can't it be repaired?
No, it can't.
Well, Jimmy, if that's the case, your grandfather's right. The bike will have to go.
Oh, but Mum.
So my dear little brother's in trouble again. Mr. Greattheft just told me about Jim nearly killed him.
What? Jimmy, is this true?
I never touched him. He just came down the ladder when it wasn't there.
Well, I hope you've taken the bike away from him, Grandad.
I have. And I'm taking it to the rag and bone man this very minute.
That's the best thing that could happen.
You better watch out. He might find room on his cart for you.
I don't want any arguments. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but you can't ride a bike that's not safe.
He can't ride a bike that is safe. I've seen him doing his silly tricks, standing on the seat.
That was in the park.
There's a notice in the park which says you're not allowed to ride bicycles in the park at all.
There's a notice that says keep off the grass. But that doesn't stop you and Billy Parker from slopping behind the tennis court.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. I saw you with your bag of stale bread. Supposed to be feeding the ducks.
Jimmy, you mustn't talk to Susan like that.
Well, she hasn't lost her bike.
You'll just have to wait till you get a new bike.
Well, I put it on my list at Christmas.
You did very well for toys, Jimmy. We couldn't give you everything.
Well, I didn't get the death ray atomizer either.
Atomizer, you are childish.
I wish I'd got one now. One squeeze of the trigger and you'd be a puff of smoke.
I tell you what, Jimmy, if you make the effort and save £1 towards the deposit, we'll get you a new bike.
Oh, good!
For your birthday.
Oh, heck. That's months away.
The way you save, you'll be lucky to get the bike on your 21st birthday.
It's easy for you to save. Billy Parker pays for you to go to the pictures and buys you chalk ice. All you've got to do is hold his hand and you've saved 3 bob.
Well, at least I do save. I buy my own clothes and I look after things, which is more than you did with your bike.
She's right, you know, you never look after any of your things, Jim.
But if I got a new bike, I'd look after that, Mum. Honest, I would.
Well, we'll see when your birthday comes round. Anyway, you better go and get those groceries for me.
Oh.
I'll give you 3 for yourself to start saving with.
Hey, that's the way to save, Mum. Go errands for everybody. I'll do yours for 3, Grandad's for 2 empty bottles. 4 every time I go for Mr. Craythorpe's dolly mixtures.
What about my errands?
I'll charge you a halfpenny.
Why only a halfpenny?
Then I won't be losing much when I tell you to go your blinking self.
Did you get rid of the bike then, Father?
Yes, I just saw the rag and bone man going up the street.
Did he give you anything for it?
Give me anything. I asked him for 5 shillings and he said if I threw in a pair of old boots, he'd give me a balloon. Anyway, I'm glad to get rid of it.
I told Jimmy he might get a new bike on his birthday if he saves up and promises to look after it.
Ah, well, that's the best thing.
Oh, heck. I'm worn out. Here's your groceries, Mum.
Thank you, Jim. Did he have any cooking apples?
Yes, £1. And from the weight of this bag, I think he's put the tree in as well.
It's not all that far to the grocer, Jimmy.
You'd never notice it on a bike.
Now, don't start on again about the bike.
Well, Ozzy was on his bike. He'd been for an ice cream cornet. He passed me when I was staggering back. He turned round, pedalled through a puddle and splashed me. Then he shouted, "If you want to get on the crossbar, it's 4pence."
Oh, never mind, Jimmy. You'll get your own back when your birthday comes round.
I got my own back when he stopped at the lights. He'll have a cauliflower ear in the morning.
You didn't fight him.
No, I hit him behind the ear with a cauliflower.
My cauliflower. My cauliflower?
Oh, I got it back, ma'am.
Are you sure you didn't throw the porridge at someone because it's not in the bag?
Oh, no, the grocer hadn't got any, so I sent some new stuff for you to try. Cornflake Crispies.
We don't want cornflake crispies. You want porridge to warm you up in the morning.
Well, the man said these were very good. Look, it says on the box they've got sugar in them to save money. Hey, what's this?
Now, let me have the box, Jim. I want to put these things in the kitchen.
Oh, just a minute, ma'am, please. I want to read this.
All right. Well, bring it to me afterwards. I'll put the rest away and start the tea.
Hey, Grandad, now I can get me bike.
What do you mean?
It says here if you write a slogan about Cornflake Crispies, they give you £50.
Here, let me see. It's a competition. The winning slogan gets £50.
That's right. I'll get one with drop handlebars and a horn instead of a bell. And a repair outfit. Then you can borrow it to mend your bagpipes.
Jimmy, you've got to win the money first.
I know, it's like we did at school road safety week. It's easy. £50. We just think of a slogan.
Thousands of people will be sending slogans in.
Well, look at your raffle at Christmas. They sold thousands of tickets, but you were the one who won the turkey. Remember, you brought it home after closing time, and Mum told you off for sitting on the settee plucking it with her eyebrow tweezers.
Well, that was different. That was the luck of the draw.
Well, Wolf, you think of a slogan and you might be lucky again.
This isn't a question of luck. I could make a slogan up if I wanted to.
Well, go on then.
Well, I don't want to.
Oh, go on, force yourself.
No, I'm not wasting my time on this.
You can't think of one, that's why.
You want to make up a rhyme, like a nursery rhyme.
A nursery rhyme? Hey, wait a minute. I've thought of one. Hey, listen to this. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard feeling kind of frisky. And when she got there, she jumped in the air because she'd still got some cornflake crispy left. I've got a word too many, haven't I?
You could have put 5 lines too many. They like simple slogans. Well, the first line would be something like, they're so good. They're so good they ring the bell.
So fill your plate and eat like a horse. No?
Come on. Your tea's ready.
Mum, we're going to win £50. All we want is a slogan. Look, it tells you on the packet.
Jimmy, I can't be bothered with things like that.
Oh, but you're good at it, man. You write all those things for the Women's Guild, like Mr. Craythorpe's jumble sale last week. Remember? Ladies, bring 'em by. Don't be shy. Come and try Theodore Craythorpe.
No, it was come and try, signed Theodore Craythorpe. Anyway, I'd be no good at this. Ask Susan to help you.
Oh, it's no good asking her. All she can write is love letters to Billy Parker.
How do you know what you write?
It's easy. When she's finished, I hold the blotting paper up to the mirror. Hey, do you know what she calls him? Billykins. He ought to call her Nanny Goat.
It's very naughty to pry into Susan's affairs.
I know. I'll get Ozzy to help me with the slogan. He's very good at English. He's a dead loss at leapfrog, but he's good at English.
You're an optimist if you think Ozzy'll help you after you hit him with that cauliflower.
Oh, he'll have forgotten about that. He's got the worst memory in our class. He never remembers which is his desk. He has to stand at the front till everybody sits down so he can find an empty place. Anyway, he's got to help me to get a bike because I'm captain of the Red Devils.
All right. Ring him up then. But don't be long. Your tea's ready.
Right, Mum. Oh, Ozzy, you're a funny un. You've a face like a pickled onion, a nose like a swashed mortar, and legs like 2 rocks. Oh, Ozzy, you're a funny un. Hello, Ozzy. This is your pal, Truman Clitheroe, the demon cauliflower bowler. You what? Oswald. I'll bet your mum's out. I thought so. You wouldn't dare call me that if she could hear you. Look, I want to be friends. Yes, Jim and Ozzy smoking pipe of peace. I want you to think of a slogan about cornflake crispies. You what? I could think of one about you as well. All right, then we're enemies. I'm glad I did hit you. I hope your nose gets frostbite. Oh, you will. You and whose army? It'd take you and your dad put together. Well, tell him. It doesn't frighten me. He's as daft as you, the big long stick. Hello, Mr. Higginbottom. No, I didn't want to speak to you. I was just talking to my pal, Ozzy. Yes, sir. No, sir. Goodbye, sir. The little squealer. Cornflakes. Corncrakes.
Jimmy, have you seen your granddad's slippers?
I put them in the cornflake packet. I put them in the hearth.
You're not still thinking about that competition, are you? We've heard nothing else for days.
Well, I've got to think of it soon. The closing date's the last post tomorrow.
Well, thank goodness for that. Then maybe we'll get a bit of peace. Look, there's no need for all this. I've told you you'll get a bicycle for your birthday.
I don't want to wait that long.
Now, you know what your granddad's always telling you. If a thing's worth having, it's worth waiting for.
I suppose that's why he was standing outside the Rose and Crown at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Jimmy, don't make things up.
He was. When I passed him, he pretended to be looking in a shop window.
Well, how do you know he was pretending? Maybe he was going to buy something for himself.
Well, you laugh when he puts it on. The window was full of ladies' underwear.
He was probably just trying to dodge you. He hasn't had a minute's peace all week. None of us have.
Well, I haven't bothered our Susan.
No, because you knew Susan wouldn't help you.
She won't even let Billy Parker help me. He's there, in the front room, helpless. In the grip of the octopus. I bet he could think of a slogan if she'd get off his knee for 5 minutes.
Dear, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Now leave them alone and get on with your slogan.
I'll go and ask what time Billy's going. Oh, he hasn't shut the door. He's ready for a quick getaway.
I had a wonderful time, Billy. It was so nice of your parents to invite me to tea.
About time, too. He's had enough free meals at our house.
They were delighted you could come. They both said what a beautiful, charming girl you were.
They must be as daft as Dicky Dotty.
I can't think what you see in me, Billy.
Oh, don't be silly. I can't think what you see in me.
I mean it, Billy. I can't think how I got a wonderful boy like you.
But it's you who's wonderful, Susan. I'm the lucky one. I can't think how I ever got you.
Well, can one of you think of a slogan for Cornflake Christmas?
What do you want? Listening at the door again?
I want Billy to help me with my slogan.
What's that, Jimmy?
Oh, don't take any notice, Billy. He's been on at everybody about this. Now just clear off, nuisance.
Oh, nobody'll help me.
Well, maybe I'd better hear what he wants, Susan.
I just want you to think of a slogan for Cornflake Crispies.
Oh, what kind of a slogan do you want?
Well, one saying just how marvellous they are. Look, I've got the first line. I'll start you off. With Cornflake Crispies on your plate.
I thought you were supposed to be in meditate.
You what? With Cornflake Crispies on your plate, I thought you were supposed to be in meditate. Well, it rhymes, I suppose.
Now look here.
Just a minute, Susan. Jimmy, say that first line again.
The first line.
First line.
With Cornflake Crispies on your plate.
Yes, that's it. With Cornflake Crispies on your plate,
Yeah?
life's worth living, ain't it, mate?
Yes. Well, I can think why you two got each other. Hey, Grandad, wake up, Grandad.
What? Jimmy, what is it? What time is it?
2 o'clock and all's well. I've got it.
You've got what?
With cornflake crispies in your gob.
Oh, no. You haven't wakened me at 2 o'clock in the morning to recite slogans.
Well, I've just thought of it and I wanted to ask you.
All right. There'll be no sleep till you get it off your chest. Go on now. With cornflake crispies in your gob. What comes after that?
I wanted to ask you.
You mean you've woken me up to write slogans?
Well, I've got the first line for you.
Jimmy, get out of this room. Go back to your own room and don't make a sound. How dare you waking people up when they're sleeping?
Well, you woke me up when you came in tonight.
I never went near your room.
You didn't have to. I heard you singing.
Hello, James. Come in. My, you're up early this morning.
I know. You're my last hope.
James, you've got something on your mind. What is it?
Cornflake crispies.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't got any. Would you like a slice of toast?
Now, look, Mr. Craythorpe, I'll tell you. You remember the other day when I knocked the ladder away when you were climbing down it?
I'm not likely to forget it. I still have 2 cracked fingernails.
Well, me grandad got rid of me bike.
I know, and I must say I thought he did the wise thing.
It's all right for you. You don't need a bike. You're not a red devil.
Well, I've been called a few things in my time, but never a red devil.
Well, I heard Grandad call you Anyway! If I get a slogan for cornflake crispies, I'll win £50. Then I can buy a bike.
Oh, my grocer was telling me all about this when I called in yesterday for my egg.
Oh, well, you know all about it then?
Yes. Well, no, James, let's see. Now, what kind of things are they?
Well, you know, on the packet it says, the cereal that turns breakfast into a banquet.
What do they taste like?
Horrible. You know those that go snap, crackle and pop? Well, these blow your cap off. In your case, you bowl a hat.
Oh, I see. They make a noise.
Yes, sir, that's what gave me one of my ideas. Me grandad doesn't like it. What do you think? Cornflake crispies, yum, 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 go whiz-bang wallop in your tum-tum-tum.
Oh, what a revolting thought.
Don't you like it?
Well, I wouldn't say it recommends the product. I know. Why don't you try a limerick?
Is that one of those pills you take after you've had the cornflake?
No. It's a sort of rhyme, like, there was a young lady from Hyde who ate a green apple and died. The apple fermented inside the lamented and made cider inside her inside.
Oh, what a revolting thought.
Well, I'm afraid that's the best I can do, James. I must be off to work now.
Hello?
Hello? Town Hall Housing Department. Craythorpe speaking.
Mr. Craythorpe, I've got it.
Is that James?
Yes, I've just sent my slogan off. I've done one of those what you said. You want to hear it?
Oh, a limerick. Well, go ahead, but hurry. I'm in the middle of a committee meeting.
Well, listen to this. There was a young dancer from Wigan who ate cornflake crispies while jigging. Through acting the goat, one stuck in his throat and his pal said, "By gum, that's a big un." Are you still there, Mr. Craythorpe?
Yes. And I wish you the very best of luck, James, I'm sure.
Thanks, Mr. Craythorpe. And when I win £50, I won't forget you. I'll buy you something for your bathroom.
Oh, really?
Yes, a rubber duck.
I'm sorry I haven't been round for some time.
Yes, we've missed you, Theodore.
Oh, we've cried every night, haven't we, Jim?
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe.
I haven't been round since the great Cornflake Crispy drama. The cereal.
Mr. Craythorpe, how corny can you get?
Oh, the little ray of sunshine's a bit dim today.
Take no notice, Theodore. He's upset because he didn't win anything in the competition.
We're all disappointed, Theodore. I was looking forward to you inviting me round to help you to launch your rubber duck.
Yes, quite. Well, that's what I've come round about. I sent an entry in myself.
Mr. Craythorpe, you didn't win the £50, did you?
No, but I won a consolation prize. Something that should please you all.
You've won a sheep farm in Australia.
Oh, no. Nothing so grandiose. I've won a bicycle.
Mr. Craythorpe, of all the big twisting...
But I don't want the bicycle.
You're the best friend I've got.
So I thought you might have it, James.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe.
Provided you look after it.
Oh, I will, Mr. Craythorpe.
And pay for it.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe.
At £1 a week.
Oh, good old Mr. Craythorpe.
Theodore, how generous of you.
Well, thank you very much, Theodore.
Well, I'm only charging this £1 a week, so James will take good care of it.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Craythorpe. I'll polish it every day. And when I see the Red Devils on Sunday, we'll make you a life member.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll let them all know who gave me the bike. I'll hang a card on my tool bag reading, presented by Theodore Craythorpe, the cleverest devil of them all. I just thought I'd come back to tell you we're all back on porridge again. All except Mr. Craythorpe. He's back on the wash-house roof again. So I'd better go. I've got to hold the ladder this time. Grandad's out on my bike.
Help, Mr. Sinclair, get me down.
I'm too late. Oh, don't some mothers have 'em?
You've been listening to Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, also taking part in the recorded program were Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, and Peter Goodright. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra, conducted by Alan Ainsworth, with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe and produced in the north of England by James Casey. We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Craythorpe in...
I shot an arrow in the air.
Hello, Jimmy. Hey, what's the idea of peeping through that keyhole?
I'm watching our Susan and Billy Parker washing up. Hey, you ought to see him. He's wearing his old school blazer and my mum's best pinny. She's washing and he's wiping. Every time she passes a plate, he kisses her hand. He's got soap suds all round his snitch.
Jimmy, will you come away from that keyhole?
Not likely. You find your own keyhole.
I don't want to see what they're doing.
Ooh, Billy's in trouble now. He spilt water all down her dress. Fancy's squeezing her hand while she's holding the dishcloth.
come away from there. You've got to stop prying into other people's affairs.
What about you? When that postcard came for the woman next door, you read it.
Well, I thought it was for me.
Get away. Who call you my own darling dream girl?
Oh, Jimmy, don't be ridiculous.
Hey, Grandad, it's not Sunday till tomorrow.
What about it?
Well, you're all dressed up like a dog's dinner.
Oh, I just put on my best suit, that's all.
Are you going to a funeral?
Just put it on for the Women's Guild meeting.
Have you joined the Women's Guild?
Don't be daft, Jimmy. There's only one man in the Women's Guild, Theodore Clitheroe, the secretary.
Well, why are you going?
Look, they're having a concert next Saturday.
I know that.
Well, I'm the compere and they want to see me about it.
Oh, I bet they want to find out what jokes you're telling. Because the vicar will be going, you know. Hey, you can't tell that one about the parson's parrot.
Couldn't I? It was the vicar who told it to me.
I think you're daft going out, Grandad. There's sport on the telly all afternoon.
I'm not going out.
I knew that'd change your mind. Take your suit off and that stiff collar. He's choking you.
It's not choking me.
No, you nod your head, it'll cut your ears off.
Look, I'm not going out because we're having the meeting here. Mrs. Eccles and Mrs. Billington are coming round at 3 o'clock.
Oh, what? The old hens are coming here. Why can't they go and cackle somewhere else?
Oh, there you are, Father. Here's a clean handkerchief for your top pocket.
Hey, Mum, why do they have to come round here?
Who?
Fatty Eccles and Beaky Billington.
Jimmy, I've told you before. You must not call Mrs. Eccles fatty.
Well, you say she's fat.
Never mind.
You ought to hear what the lads call her.
What's that, Jimmy?
Nellie the elephant.
Well, you've got to admit it fits her.
Father, don't encourage him. Mrs. Eccles can't help being a bit overweight.
A bit overweight. Last week, she went on one of those talking weighing machines, and all it said was, help!
Oh, that's very funny, Jimmy.
It's enough, Father. And from you too, Jimmy.
Well, she is a size pat. No wonder the way she eats.
Yeah. What about Beaky Billington? She eats just as much. She's like that pelican.
What pelican?
The one in the rhyme Grandad taught me.
Jimmy,
What rhyme?
What a wonderful bird is the pelican. Its beak can hold more than its belly can.
oh, Jimmy, you blabbermouth.
Father, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
He taught me another one as well. Hey, this is a good one. I'll do this one.
Never mind.
But now you've had your fun, just remember, behave yourselves when they get here.
Oh, I won't say anything, Mum.
No, you just stare at them.
Well, I won't stare. Not even at Beaky Billington's conch. But, Grandad, don't tell Fatty Eccles any of your jokes.
Why not?
Every time she laughs, she wobbles.
Oh, you're a terrible boy.
Shall I put some coal in the front room fire, Pat?
No, not in your best suit, Father. Jimmy, you get it.
Oh, all right. Nellie the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus.
Oh, what do you want?
Oh, hello, Jimmy. I was just wiping the dishes for Susan.
Well, when you've finished them, start on your face.
On my face?
If that's not lipstick on your face, you're bleeding to death.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Hey, look at Billy. He's blushing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You look like a tomato with legs.
Go back in that room.
I can't. I've got to go out for some coal.
We'll go to Newcastle for it and forget to come back.
The room's cold in there. It's all right for you two. You've got your love to keep you warm.
Get out.
Old King Cole was a merry old soul. Merry old soul was he. He loaded his gun with a hot cross bun and shot his fiddlers three. Woo!
Hello there, James. You sound happy.
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe. Come for the meeting?
Yes. Oh, I might as well come in the back way with you. Getting some coal in, eh?
No, I'm building a black snowman.
Oh, well, I asked for that. Well, I'm glad I caught you, James. I have a little present here for you.
Ooh, what is it?
It's something Robin Hood always had with him.
Maid Marian.
No, look. It's a bow and arrow.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe, what I've always wanted. Oh, thanks.
Well, it's not a new one, James. I had it when I was a boy.
Oh, yes, you've got your name scratched on the bow and on the arrow. T. Craythorpe.
Oh, yes. We all did that in our gang.
Were you in a gang?
Oh, yes. Well, just a small one.
How many were in it?
But just my two sisters and I. Oh, we had some wonderful times. Till my cousin came along and started bullying the three of us. You see, we were only 12.
How old was your cousin?
She was 13.
She?
Yes, Emily. Oh, a big rough girl she was. Anyway, I hope you have as much fun with the bow and arrow as I did.
Oh, there's just one thing, Mr. Craythorpe.
Yes?
I want to keep it a secret.
Why?
Well, I want to learn to shoot properly and then surprise me mum.
Oh, well, I won't mention it.
Promise?
Of course. A Scout's honour, if you like.
We'll do the Black Hand Gang promise. Say this after me.
Oh, very well.
Finger wet, finger dry, kick me shins if I should lie.
Oh, James.
Oh, go on.
Oh, all right then. Finger wet, finger dry, kick my shins if I should lie.
That's it. I'll hide the bow and arrow in the coal shed.
Shall I carry the shovel of coal for you?
Yes, please. Come on. Through the kitchen.
Oh, Susan, what a lovely thing to say.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Susan and Billy. James, you didn't warn me.
Well, I didn't think they'd still be at it.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Craythorpe. We've been washing up.
Yeah, she always washes up sitting on his knee.
Jim, will you behave yourself?
Me? You're the one who's making everybody blush.
Don't tell lies.
Hey, look at Billy's neck, Mr. Craythorpe.
Well, I think I'd better go.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe, you're blushing as well.
James, you're making us all embarrassed.
Have you come to the meeting, Mr. Craythorpe?
Yes, the Women's Guild.
Yes, they're having it in the front room. So you two have had the settee. Fatty Eccles will want that all for herself.
Oh, get out.
Yes, come on, James. This shovel's getting rather heavy.
Oh, hello, Theodore.
Hello, Mrs. Clitheroe, Mr. Sinclair.
Well, if it isn't the coalman. Take that shovel off you.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Not at all. We don't want you to sprain your hockey wrist.
Oh, that'll be the ladies, Father. Show them in the front room, into the lounge.
Right-o, Pat.
Ooh, it's the lounge now. Ooh, we are posh.
Now listen, they're here. Save the jokes till they've gone.
Come in, ladies.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sinclair.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sinclair.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Eccles. Come this way, ladies. Into the front room. The lounge.
Trust Grandad.
We didn't think we'd make it for 3 with all the crowds on the buses, did we, Lavinia?
No, we didn't, Mrs. Billington. I thought we'd had it.
There they go. Me and my shadow.
Well, I wouldn't call Mrs. Eccles a shadow.
Ma'am, save the jokes till they've gone if you don't mind.
All right, Jimmy. Theodore, you better go in and give Father some moral support.
Oh, yes.
Jimmy, you help me carry the tea things in. Come on, into the kitchen.
All right, but not first, because Billy might be having another jam
Don't
butty.
be so silly. Come on along with me. Come on, Jimmy.
Go on, Mr. Craythorpe. Say hello to the pelican. And if Nellie the elephant starts trumpeting, tell her I'll bring her a bun.
Oh, right-o, James.
Oh, yes, Mr. Sinclair. And she made that dress herself, didn't you, Lavinia?
Yes, I did, Mrs. Billington. And all it cost me was £3.10 for the material. At £5 a yard.
Hello, ladies. Ah, well, only 7 days to the big night, and we've got a lot to do.
Yes, and you've got to play the piano for everybody.
Don't worry, I've been practicing my 5-finger exercises all week.
Oh, you've been knitting again.
Is that one of your jokes for the concert?
No, but my first joke's about a pianist.
Oh, do tell us.
Oh, yes. Try it out on the dog. No,
Well, really, I tell it about myself, being a pianist in an orchestra. And you see, the place was flooded, and one fellow floated out through the window on his cello, and I...
You accompanied him on the piano. Oh, very funny. Yes, I remember. The vicar told that one at the hot pot supper.
Oh, talking about the vicar, he seems very pleased with the rehearsals, because only yesterday when he heard the ladies' choir, he said,
Loosen your belts, grub up.
Jimmy, that's not the way to talk. Oh, you must excuse him. He's always joking.
So I've noticed. He's quite a little wag.
Well, that looks nice, Jimmy. And the sandwiches round to the ladies.
Right, Grandad. Which one do you want, Mrs. Billington? Salmon, shrimp, or egg?
Oh, well, I don't quite know.
Well, I'll come back when you've made your mind up.
You'll be singing again, of course, won't you, Mrs. Billington?
Oh, yes. I refused at first, but the committee insisted, didn't they, Lavinia?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Billington.
Of course, I didn't like leaving my husband every night to go to rehearsals, but he couldn't have been nicer about it, could he, Lavinia?
Oh, no, Mrs. Billington. He was very happy to see you go. Hey, do you want salmon, shrimp, or egg?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'll have one of these. Is anything wrong?
I don't know. You're eating it.
But you're staring at me. Is there a crumb on my face?
No, just your nose. I mean, on your nose. I thought it...
James, I think the other lady would like a sandwich.
Oh, sorry. Here you are, Mrs. Nellie. Mrs. Eccles, dig in.
Jimmy, that's no way to offer the sandwiches.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Clitheroe. I'm on a diet. I'm not eating sandwiches now. Well, take one for after. Put it in your trunk. Bye.
What songs are you singing, Mrs. Billington?
Yes, do tell us.
Yes, we're very interested.
Well, the song that definitely suits me is If I Were a Blackbird. What's the joke, young man?
Oh, nothing. Mr. Craythorpe's ears were twitching.
I didn't notice anything.
Oh, yes, they often twitch in the winter. I
Hey,
mean, what the...
why don't you sing Tom Dooley?
Tom Dooley?
Oh, yes, I've heard that on the wireless.
Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. A poor boy, you're going to die.
A little mournful, isn't it?
Well, she could rock it.
Jimmy, you just hang around the sandwiches and mind your own business.
Right, sandwich, Grandad?
Oh, I think I'll have a salmon.
You'll have an egg. Mum says the salmon's for them.
Yes. I'll have an egg.
Theodore, there is a song I rather like. I think it's the laughing song from Die Fledermaus.
Oh, I know that one.
Have a sandwich, Mr. Craythorpe.
Most amusing.
Sandwich, Mr. Craythorpe.
So exciting.
Salmon, shrimp, or egg?
So most delightful.
Mr. Craythorpe.
Most amusing.
All right. Have an egg one.
Disgraceful. Stuffing a sandwich in Mr. Craythorpe's mouth.
It's only a joke.
Jimmy, get out. Go on.
Well, somebody's got to eat the egg ones up.
Not another one now. Out you go.
Oh. Disgraceful. I'll take me bow and arrow to the concert. I'll give her If I Were a Blackbird. I'll go in the living room on my own.
Oh, Susan.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, heck. Here we go again.
Can't you leave us alone for 5 minutes?
Well, you were in the kitchen before. Now you're in the living room, wandering around the house, waiting for it to go dark.
It doesn't matter, Susan. We're going out in a minute, Jimmy.
That's a good idea. I'll go out as well.
Oh, you're not coming with us.
Why, where are you going? In the coal shed?
We're just going for a ride on my motorbike.
Well, if she's going on the pillion, find a bumpy road.
Oh, get lost. Come on, Billy, let him talk to himself.
I don't have to. I'm going to talk to my friend Oswald on the phone.
I bet that will be a brilliant conversation.
Bye-bye, Jimmy.
Bye-bye, Billy. Tell our Susan I hope she has a nice trip over the front doorstep. Hello, Mrs. Higginbottom. Is my friend Ozzy in? It's Jimmy Clitheroe. Thank you, Mrs. Higginbottom. Ozzy, where art thou? Hello. Listen, Lardhead. Are you coming out to play bows and arrows? I know I haven't. I've got my own now. We'll have a game of William Tell. You bring an apple. All right, then, I'll shoot your cap off. It's not dark for half an hour. Look, I'll be the Indian, and you be the bad white man who sells me the firewater. Bring a bottle of dandelion and burdock. See you in 5 minutes, then, outside the Dirty Dog Saloon. Outside your house.
Well, ladies, and Mr. Sinclair, we're all agreed then that the final item on the programme will be Mr. Thompson and his musical saw.
We agreed.
Good. Now, Mrs. Clitheroe, would you tell us about the catering arrangements?
Well, I think we'll have a running buffet, the same as last time. It seemed to work very well, and everybody got enough to eat, so...
Excuse me.
We haven't finished, Jimmy. Stay out.
Mr. Craythorpe's wanted on the phone.
What?
Oh, excuse me, ladies, it must be my sister.
Come in the living room, Mr. Craythorpe.
But the phone's in the hall.
There's nobody on the phone. I want you.
What for, James?
Well, you know that bow and arrow you gave me? That Mum said I couldn't have because it was too dangerous?
Just a minute. When did she say that?
At Christmas, when I asked her for one.
But if I'd known she said that, I wouldn't have given you the bow and arrow.
I know, that's why I forgot to mention it.
In that case, James, you'd better give me the bow and arrow back again.
Oh, I wish I could. The trouble is, I've lost the arrow.
Oh, I see. You fired it and it disappeared.
Yes, it disappeared right through Beaky Billington's bedroom window.
Beaky Billington?
Quiet, she'll hear us.
Oh, was it your sister, Theodore?
No, Beaky Billington. I mean, the phone. Oh,
Well,
yes,
don't
no.
let Jimmy keep you talking too long. We're having some sherry. I'm just going to fetch the glasses.
Well, James, you are in trouble.
I know. What's the youngest? They take them in the Foreign Legion.
Now, look, James, as soon as Mrs. Billington goes in her bedroom, she'll find the arrow.
Yes, with your name on it.
Yes, with my Oh, dear. Oh, there's no hushing this up. Your mother is bound to find out in a matter of hours.
Yes, and then I won't be able to sit down for a matter of weeks.
Well, I should go and tell your mother at once. Far better that you should confess than for her to learn it from Mrs. Billington.
Yes, I suppose you're right, Mr. Craythorpe. I'll go and tell her. Hello, ma'am. Can I help you?
Only by keeping out of the way, Jimmy.
Well, can I wash the glasses?
No, thanks. I want to keep this set.
Well, can I run any errands for you?
What is all this? Do you feel all right?
I do now, but I don't think it'll last. I've got something to tell you.
Well, come on. What is it?
Are you sure you don't want any errands running?
No, I don't.
Well, I'll mop the step for you.
It's not dirty.
Well, I'll dirty it.
Jimmy, what is it you want to tell me?
Are you in a good mood?
Well, I won't be for long if you keep this up.
Well, what I came to tell you was...
Yes?
Well, how Susan's gone out on Billy's motorbike.
Well, I know that.
Well, there's no need to tell you then, is there? Ta-ra.
Well, James, she didn't murder you, did she?
No, but she might do when I tell her about Beaky's window.
James, you mean you didn't tell her? Now, you've got to tell her sometime. How long can you hope to put it off?
Just till I'm 21.
Look, James, I'm as much to blame as you, so we'll see your mother together and make a clean breast of it. Remember, the coward dies 1,000 deaths. The brave do taste of death but once.
Get away.
Come along. We'll take our courage in both hands.
All right, but I think I'll only need one hand for my courage.
Mrs. Clitheroe, James and I have something to tell you.
Yes, but before we do, ma'am, will you put that bottle down?
What is this?
James and I have been rather silly. Haven't we, James?
Yes, Mr. Craythorpe.
In fact, we've been very stupid.
We've been as daft as Dicky Dotty.
Quite. You know, James has always wanted a bow and arrow.
Yes. And he knows I've always said he can't have one. And I still say it. So if you come to talk me round, Theodore, you can forget it.
That's what I say. Come on, Mr. Craythorpe, let's forget it.
Now, be reasonable, Mrs. Clitheroe. Lots of boys have bows and arrows.
Was Jimmy's not having one? They're far too dangerous. People who give children things like that should be locked up. I wouldn't blame any child of mine who had an accident with one of these things. I'd blame the senseless idiot who gave it to him in the first place.
Mr. Craythorpe, do you want to borrow a handful of courage?
Anyway, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Well,
Don't try Susan's on the motorbike. I've done that.
It wasn't important. I'll talk to you after the meeting. Come along, James.
Well, Mr. Craythorpe, do you feel any better now you've made a clean breast of it?
Now then, Saki.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths. You've still got 999 to go.
I didn't tell your mother because I've got a plan. Yes, that's it. Mrs. Billington said that her husband was away, so we'll go round and get the arrow back before she returns home. Leave £1 to cover the damage, and no one will ever know who done it. Did it. But we shall need your grandfather's assistance.
You'll never get £1 out of him.
No. He can help me to climb through the broken window.
Oh, well, I'll get him out of the meeting. Grandad, you wanted on the phone.
Who wants me?
The man from the old age pension.
What does he want?
I think he's found out you've got a newspaper round.
What are you talking about? Excuse me, ladies. Well, come on, Jimmy.
I think I'll have that last sandwich. I'm fair clemmed. Oh, do, Lavinia.
The men seem to have deserted us.
Well, I must be going soon to give my brother-in-law his tea.
Oh, he's a hard case, that one, isn't he?
Trust him to come at an awkward time. He'll be sitting at home there now, smoking my husband's cigars and watching the television.
Of all the stupid ideas.
Oh, stop moaning, Grandad. We're here now.
Yes, let's get it over with.
We wouldn't have been here at all if you hadn't given him that bow and arrow, you ninny.
Please, let us not quarrel amongst ourselves.
Yes, you know what happens when thieves fall out.
Thieves? Craythorpe's the burglar, not me. I'm only looking out.
Well, we're all right now. We've cased the joint.
Cased the joint?
That's what the burglars say on the pictures.
I wish you wouldn't keep talking about burglars. My conscience is clear. I'm merely taking my arrow and leaving £1 note.
Try telling that to the judge.
We're wasting time. Mr. Sinclair, give me a leg up.
Well, I still don't feel happy about this.
Look, the place is in darkness. She's at the meeting, and you heard her say her husband's away. So how can there possibly be anyone in the house?
On your screen now, we have another Rembrandt. Look at the expression on that face.
Cool, blimey. What a programme.
The beautiful curve of the cloak.
Oh, belt up, will you?
Unfortunately, you can't see the richness of the reds and the purples. What a pity this isn't colour television.
Yeah, I've seen enough. Cool, blimey. Am I cheesed off? Sitting here on me Todd. Aye, I'm not on me Todd. There's somebody upstairs. Must be a burglar.
James, You really shouldn't have come up here. This is my job.
You'll be here all night. And Mrs. Billington will be back soon.
Oh, there's two of them, eh?
Well, you start looking at the window, I'll start at the door here, and we'll cover the whole floor.
You certainly will, mate. Take that. Yeah, well, get permission from me, you brute. Go on.
Stop! Stop! I surrender! I surrender!
All right, then. Here. What are you doing up here? With a kid and all? You Fagin?
He's not Fagin. He's Craythorpe. Are you all right, Mr. Craythorpe?
I think I'm dying.
Jimmy, what's happening up there? Has Robin Hood got the arrow yet?
No, but he's getting a bashing from the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Well, I hope that taught you a lesson, Jimmy.
Oh, it has, Mum.
If you told me the truth in the first place, it would have saved you all that trouble.
It would have saved Mr. Craythorpe a bit of trouble as well.
Or fancy breaking into a house to find an arrow.
Well, I wouldn't care, but it was Mrs. Billington who found it.
So she found it in the end.
That's just where she got it. When she sat down, in the end.
You've been listening to Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, Harry Tow, Peter Goodright, Rosalie Williams and Betty Alberge. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra, conducted by Alan Ainsworth with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe and produced here in the north of England by James Casey. We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Craythorpe in
Cupid and the Black Hand Gang. Come on, Ozzy, hurry up. Stop crying. It's leaving clean lines all down your face. Oh, shut up, cry, baby. It's all right, Ozzy. Your dad won't see you. He won't be home from work yet. Now, here's the front door. In you go. See, I told you the old monster won't be here yet.
Now, what's happened?
Oh, heck. Hello, Mr. Monster. Higginbottom. I didn't think you'd been yet. Ta-ra.
You wait there. I'll deal with you when I've dealt with Ozzy. Shut up. Get in that kitchen. Oh. Aggie! Aggie! Come and get this little brat's clothes on before he catches pneumonia. I said shut up. Now, I'll deal with you, Clitheroe. What have you been doing with Ozzy? He's wringing wet through and he's covered in mud.
Oh, well, it was an accident. On the way home from school, we did some sledging in the snow.
Sledging?
Yes, Charlie Thompson was the reindeer and I was the driver.
And what was Ozzy?
Oh, he was the sledge.
You mean you were sliding on him?
Well, he had to be the sledge. He was the only one with a plastic Mac.
You little hooligan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Higginbottom. It was only a game.
If it happens again, you and me'll have a game. Cowboys and Indians. I'll scalp you.
Mr. Higginbottom, let go of me coat. You're twisting me collar.
I'm sorry. I thought it was your windpipe. Now listen, the next time you pick on Ozzy, I'll be round at your house.
I won't do it again, Mr. Higginbottom. Tell Ozzy I'm sorry, will you? And I'll pop round here on Monday night for the meeting.
What meeting?
The Black Hand Gang. We're meeting in your front room again.
Oh, no, you're not. Every time you lot come round, that front room's like a pigsty.
I know, but we don't want anything posh.
You're having no meeting here next Monday, so you can forget it. Now clear off.
Well, can I have my frog back?
Your frog?
Yes, it's in Ozzy's pocket and I want it back.
Well, you can whistle for it.
Don't be daft. Frogs don't come when you whistle. You have to go... Oh!
Get out!
Hello, Grandad. Are you shoveling the snow away?
No, I'm trying to find the North Pole. To catch a penguin.
Penguins live at the South Pole.
All right, I'm trying to find the South Pole.
You're too late. Edmund Hillary's found it.
Well, how about you finding another shovel and giving me a hand?
Haven't had me tea yet. I can't shovel on an empty stomach. Oh, I don't know why you're bothering. It started to thaw.
Has it?
Yes, look, it's melting on the roof. Can't you hear the drip?
Hello, Mr. Sinclair.
I can now. Hello, Theodore.
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe. Hey, have you been playing in the snow?
No, some little hooligan snowballed me all the way down the road. I must look like the abominable snowman.
You look more like Eskimo Nell. What are you doing here?
Mrs. Clitheroe kindly invited me to tea.
Oh, yes.
My sister's spending the weekend with some friends. She's come to Hull.
That's where Grandad told the insurance man to go. Come on, Mr. Craythorpe, I'll take you in. Wipe your feet, or my mum will think it's me. Mum, we're here.
We? Who's with you?
Nanook of the North.
Oh, it's you, Theodore. Oh, your clothes are in a state. Did you forget your umbrella?
No, I forgot to duck.
Well, I am rather wet.
Take your things off, Theodore. Give them to me.
Oh, thank you. My coat, scarf, hat, gloves.
Mum, when it comes to his vest, shut your eyes.
Oh, James, you do come out with them.
Well, I came in with you.
Never mind the jokes. Just call your granddad in for his tea. Come along, Theodore. You come with me.
Grandad, tea up. Come and get it.
Right, Jimmy. Before I come in, I'll just clean my shovel.
Oh, you don't need your shovel. I'll get you a spoon.
You sit there, Theodore.
Thank you.
Now, you sit there next to Theodore. There's a good boy.
Right, Mum.
Come on, Father. You sit there opposite Theodore.
Howdy-o, Pat. Well, you've certainly done us proud today, my dear.
Oh, rather. It all looks most inviting.
Wait till tomorrow when we're back on beans.
You don't shut up, Jimmy. You'll eat your tea in the back kitchen.
Oh, by the way, the Green Room players are putting on another play next week.
Oh, really?
Sugar, Mr. Craythorpe?
What's it called?
2 lumps, please.
That's a funny title for a play. Oh, the sugar.
Thank you, James. Yes, it's one of Oscar Wilde's, Lady Windermere's fan. I thought you and Mr. Sinclair might like to go.
Oh, I'd love to, wouldn't you, Father?
Well, I don't know. What's it called again?
Lady Windermere's fan.
No, it doesn't sound like my cup of tea, that.
Well, everyone to their taste. But I've got 3 complimentary tickets, and I think it's a pity to waste them. You see, they...
Oh, the seats are free.
Yes.
Oh, well.
I'm sure you'll enjoy it, Mr. Sinclair.
Ah, well, we'll go then, Pat, eh?
Yes. Oh, but there's just one thing. Which night are the seats for?
Monday.
Oh, dear, that's awkward. You see, Susan goes to the dancing class with Billy on Monday night, so Jimmy would be left in the house on his own.
You what? I'll be on my own Monday night?
Yes, so maybe we'd better forget all about it.
Oh, no, you go. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. You couldn't have picked a better night. What time will you and Grandad be back?
Well, it starts at 7. They'll be back about 10.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
Plenty of time for what?
To do me homework and to watch the telly and that.
Well, that's settled then, eh?
Yes, it's all right by me. You go and watch Lady Windermere's fan dance. Hello, Ozzy. It's me, Jim. Jim! Have you got fluff in your phone? Or is it in your ears? Listen, I've got to hurry while they're washing the tea things. It's about the meeting of the Black Hand Gang Monday night. I know your dad said we can't. The meeting's here at our house, 7 o'clock. Oh, I just told them I wanted the house, so they're all going out. There's somebody at the door. I'll have to go. Tell your dad we won't be needing the pigsty now, so he can sit in the front room and grunt all night. Ta-da! Oh, hello, Billy.
Hello, Jim. Is Susan in?
No, she hasn't come back from work yet. Come in.
Thank you.
Come in the front room. You can warm the settee up while you're waiting for her.
Now, Jim, don't start on me already.
Oh, I'm only kidding. I wouldn't be rude to someone who gives me a shilling every time he calls.
What? Oh, here you are.
Oh, thanks, Billy. 'Cause I was out last time you called, wasn't I?
All right, here you are.
I don't know how our Susan got a nice fella like you, but I'm glad she did.
She's a very nice girl, Susan. Lots of boys would like to go out with her.
They must be as daft as Dicky Dotty.
Never mind. If Susan wanted, she could have a dozen boys calling for her. I was only thinking last night, even her name tells you how wonderful she is.
What, Scraggy Neck?
I mean her real name, Susan. S for sweet, U for understanding, S for sincere, A for adorable.
Jimmy, how many times have I told you not to move my stockings out of the bathroom?
N for Natterer.
I don't want any cheek. Just find someone else to hang your football kit, because I've got to put my stockings back on the rail. Oh, hello, Billy.
Hello, Susan.
You can't move for your stockings in this house. Everywhere you go, wet stockings dripping all over the place. No wonder Ozzy wanted to know if Mam was taking washing in.
Oh, get out.
All right. What did you say, Billy? S for sweet. You must be B for bonehead.
You seem a bit upset, Susan.
Oh, what a day. The boss was in a temper, the buses were packed, and coming up the path I tripped over Grandad's shovel and ruined my stockings. Anyway, what's brought you round tonight? I thought you were working late.
No, that's what I came to tell you. I'm working late on Monday, so I won't be able to go to the dancing class.
Oh, no. That's all I needed.
I know it's unfortunate, Susan, but the boss asked me.
Well, why didn't you tell him you couldn't work late?
Well, he's my boss. I've got my job to think of. Anyway, can't you go on your own?
Of course I can't. You're my partner. It was your idea to go in for the bronze medal.
Well, it can't be helped, Susan.
Oh, I suppose it can't. I'd better go and see if my stockings are dry.
Oops, sorry, Susan.
What were you doing at the door?
I dropped something on the floor.
What?
I don't know. Where it is.
I'll bet you were listening at the keyhole.
Susan, what a thing to say.
Oh, I can't be bothered with you.
Oh, she's always accusing me of something.
Well, she's a bit upset, Jimmy.
I know. Do you have to work overtime on Monday?
So you were listening?
Well, only by accident. As I bent down, my ear got caught in the keyhole.
Well, I've already told Susan we can't go out on Monday.
But you've got to take Susan out. If she's here and the gang comes...
What gang?
The gang of boyfriends. Yes, her boyfriends. They'll want to take her out.
What boyfriends?
You know you said that she could have a dozen.
Yes?
Well, you were too short.
But Susan hasn't got any other boyfriends.
What? When the news gets out about Monday night, this street will be packed. There'll be Mr. Jones with his sports car and Charlie with his tandem. Oh, we'll have to put the names in a hat and draw one out.
Jimmy, I can't believe this.
Well, you said yourself she could have as many boyfriends as she liked.
Well, I know, but the only one I've heard of is Bert Phillips, and she gave him up. Didn't she?
Oh, yes. She hasn't been out with Bert at all this week. I think he's on nights.
So she hasn't given him up.
Well, all I say is you better take her out Monday night while you're still in the queue. I should tell her now.
I will tell her.
Good, I'll go and get her. Susan! Oh, there you are. Billy wants to see you before he leaves.
Yes, and Mother wants to see you, so go in the kitchen. It'll keep you away from that keyhole.
All right, I'm going.
I'm glad you're still here, Billy. I'm sorry I was a bit annoyed.
Well, I was just leaving, Jezebel.
Now, don't be bad-tempered. That's not a nice way for a boyfriend to speak to his girl.
Well, how do your other boyfriends speak to you?
Well, it's difficult to remember. I have so many, you know.
All right. Let's start with this week's top 10. How about Bert Phillips, Mr. Jones, and Charlie with his tandem?
What are you talking about?
No need to pretend.
Look, if you're still on about Monday, I'll find something to do.
I know you will. Put all your boyfriends in that and pick one out.
I don't know what you're suggesting, but I don't go out with any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Well, they must be 3 you've missed.
How dare you? If that's the way you feel, you needn't speak to me again.
Well, that'll suit me fine.
And me.
Good.
Well, I hope you're satisfied.
I am. Very.
I'm glad.
I could have danced all Monday night. Hey, you've still got the light on.
Jimmy, put that light on again.
What's the matter?
I don't want any of your comedy. I've heard enough funny men for one day.
Why, has Billy been making you laugh?
Me and your sister don't quite see eye to eye.
You will on Monday night when you're both doing the cha-cha.
Mr. Parker can't decide which of my boyfriends I should go with on Monday.
You what?
Jimmy, you can tell your sister I couldn't care less if she goes with a fuzzy-haired fire dancer from the Belgian Congo.
Billy says he couldn't... What was it again?
Jimmy, will you tell Mr. Parker that if I did go with anyone, it would be with a gentleman, which is more than Mr. Parker is.
Susan says if she does go with anyone... Hey, have you two gone deaf or am I going daft?
No, but I'm going home. Good night.
Good riddance.
But Billy, you mean you're not taking her out on Monday night?
No.
But you've got to. Susan can't be here when the gang comes.
You've told me all about them.
No, this is another gang.
Oh, there are more of them, are there?
No, you don't understand.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
Oh, I put my foot in it now. Still, it could have been worse. He might have asked for his shilling back. Have you finished washing yet, Grandad? It's my bedtime.
Huh? Oh, you can have the basin there, Jim. I'll just put the plug in for you.
I want to talk to you, Grandad. It's important.
Well, now, come on. Have your wash first.
All right. Ooh, pass the towel.
What do you call that? It's not even a cat lick.
It's a mouse lick. Anyway, Grandad, listen. Our Susan and Billy have fallen out.
Oh, have they?
Yes, and you've got to get them friends again.
Who, me? Oh, no. I'm not poking my nose into Susan's affairs.
Why not? Mum says you poke it into everybody else's.
Now, don't be cheeky, Jimmy.
Sorry, Grandad. But he was going to take her out on Monday, and now she'll be sitting at home with me, in the way. I mean...
Look, I don't know why you're interested, but I'm having nothing to do with it, and that's final.
All right, but don't ask me for anything. From now on, buy your own comics. I'm not giving up yet.
Is that you, Jimmy?
Yes, Mum.
Well, come on, get into bed.
All right.
Come on now. I've put an extra blanket on your bed from Susan's room.
She hasn't left home, has she?
Don't be silly.
Well, she's had a row with Billy, you know.
Yes, I know. Susan said they'd had a little tiff.
Hey, Mum, why don't you tell her to go and make it up with him?
Oh, no. I'm not interfering. Anyway, this time next week they'll be friends again.
But that's too late.
Too late?
Too long for Billy to wait. He'll be miserable, riding round on his motorbike with nobody to keep his pillion warm.
Look, it's got nothing to do with you. Now, you get into bed.
All right. But if our Susan finishes up an old maid, it's your fault.
Susan is 17.
That's what I mean. She'll soon be past it.
Jimmy, you're talking about something you don't understand. Now get into bed. Come on.
Mum.
That'll do. What Susan and Billy do is their own affair.
Yes, Mum.
And nobody else is going to interfere.
No, Mum.
So just forget all about it.
Yes, Mum.
Good night, Jimmy.
Good night, Mum. I'll bet if you phone Billy...
Jimmy!
Yes, Mum.
Is James asleep? I wanted to say good night.
I don't think we'll ever get him to sleep.
Well, I don't feel tired.
Well, why not lie on the edge of the bed? Then maybe you'll drop off.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe, you ought to be on the telly. Advertising nuts.
Jimmy, you are a cheeky boy.
Oh, it was only tit for tat. I say, what if I read James a story? Perhaps he'll go to sleep then.
Well, bet I would. Hey, that's a good idea.
I don't think he deserves it, Theodore.
Oh, go on, Mum.
Yes, Mrs. Clitheroe. I won't stay too long.
Well, all right.
Thanks, Mum.
There's some books in that cupboard over there.
Good. I'll select something suitable. We don't want to excite him too much.
All right. Just a quarter of an hour.
All right, Mum. Close the door, Mr. Craythorpe.
My word, here's a find. Oh, this was my favourite book when I was at university. The Water Babies.
Oh, heck.
Now, here we are. Once upon a time, there was a little chimney sweep, and his name was Tom.
Mr. Craythorpe.
That is a short name, and you've heard it before.
Yes, teacher.
Now, James, so you will not have much trouble in remembering it.
No, Tom. Look, Mr. Craythorpe.
Now. He lived in a great town in the North Country.
Hey, Uncle Mac. Don't read anymore. I'm too excited.
Now, James, if you want a story, you must keep quiet.
Look, I want to talk to you about Susan and Billy.
What about them?
Well, they're not speaking, and I want you to make them friends again.
Why me?
Well, because you've got brains, and you can talk, and there's nobody else, like you.
Oh, well, that's very flattering. But I don't think I should interfere.
Ooh, you wouldn't say that if you'd seen her after he'd gone, crying her eyes out. When she was having her supper, the tears were running down her face, all over her chips.
Oh, how sad.
Yes, she had to put her mac on to have a sweet.
But, James, what can I do about it?
Well, if you could get them to meet, accidentally on purpose...
Oh, well, there's the Women's Guild whist drive a week tomorrow.
That's no good. Hey, if you had a party at your house, they could meet there.
Yes, James. Oh, but wait a minute. What reason could I give for having a party?
Well, say it's like Mrs. Billington had. A housewarm...
A housewarming?
Yes, that's it.
But I've been in my house for 7 years.
I know, but it's always cold.
No, on second thoughts, James, I don't really think I should...
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe!
Now, James.
Well, you said you would, and now you won't. And you're supposed to be our friend.
All right. I suppose I can think of a reason.
Good. Well, make it tomorrow night.
But I couldn't have it so soon.
Oh, Mr. Graythorpe!
Very well. Tomorrow night it shall be.
Good. Now listen, invite the 5 of us, but don't tell Susan Billy's coming. And don't tell Billy Susan's coming. And don't tell me Grandad and me Mum anything.
Is it all right if I whisper it to the cat?
Oh, it's 8 o'clock.
Is that all?
Yes, so it is. Mr. Sinclair, would you care for another glass of elderberry wine?
No, thanks.
You, Mrs. Clitheroe?
No, thank you, Theodore.
Shall I recite the death of Nelson again?
No.
I wonder what happened to Susan. She should be here. Oh, I do hope she comes.
She's got more sense.
Pardon?
She's got more sense than to miss a nice, jolly party like this.
Lay down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor man, you're gonna die.
Jimmy, I told you not to sing that.
Well, I was only trying to liven things up a bit. You ain't nothing but a hound-dog.
You frightened the life out of me now. Stop it.
Why, this is a party.
Party, it's a...
Father.
Hey, hide the elderberry wine. It's a police raid.
Oh, Susan, you've come. Oh, Billy, too, together. Do come in.
Thank
But does this mean you're friends again?
Yes, I phoned Susan up tonight and said I was sorry, and we found out the quarrel was all a mistake.
Mistake? We'd never have fallen out if it hadn't been for that
Oh, I
interfering
think
little...
I'll go and have a look at the snow.
Shut up. Mother, did you know we've been ordered out of the house on Monday night?
What do you mean?
The house is needed for a meeting of the Black Hand Gang.
Oh, heck.
Black Hand Gang, Jimmy?
How did you find out?
On the way here, Billy and I just happened to meet your friend, Ozzy. He told us.
The big bat-eared blabbermouth. I'll start a new gang when I see him. He'll be the first member of the Black Eye Gang.
Oh, hello, James.
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe.
What can I do for you?
Well, I've come round on behalf of the Black Hand Gang to thank you for trying to help us.
I'm sorry it didn't work out. I suppose your mother hasn't relented about you using your house tonight.
Oh, no. She won't hear of it. Anyway, the lad said that after what you did, I've got to make you a member of the gang.
Oh, well, that's very nice, but I'm a little old for that. I'm not exactly a boy.
Well, you're in the Women's Guild. And you're not a woman.
But I'm only an honorary member of that.
Well, I'll make you an honorary member of the gang. Hold your right hand up and stand on one leg. Now, repeat after me.
No, James. We'll have the initiation later. I accept the position as honorary member of the gang.
Oh, well, you can't back out now.
No, I've given my word.
Right, well, you can join properly tonight.
Oh, I can't go out tonight, I'm afraid.
Oh, you don't have to go out. Now you remember, we're having the meeting here in your house. Ta-ra!
In that recording of the Clitheroe Kid, you heard Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, Peter Goodright, and Tony Melody, with, of course, Jimmy Clitheroe as the Kid himself. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra, conducted by Alan Ainsworth, with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, and produced in the north of England by James Casey.
Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair's grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Craythorpe in
Clitheroe and the Hound-dog. I didn't know you were upstairs, Grandad.
Oh, I'm just getting ready to go out.
What is it tonight? Darts? Snooker? Or eyes down for a full house?
What do you know about housey?
We played at school in the history class.
History class? What's the history master doing teaching you housey?
Oh, he's not there. You see, for the last month, every time we've had chemistry, Charlie Thompson makes a test tube full of sulfurated hydrogen, and just before the history class, he pours it over the radiator. It smells just like bad eggs.
I know that.
Well, when Fruit Salad Fred comes in...
Who?
Fruit Salad Fred, the history master. He's got a nose like a banana. When he comes in, we complain of the smell coming up from the laboratory. So Fred goes down and has a row with the chemistry master. And by the time he gets back, we've had 2 games of housey.
What a mob. Well, who started all this?
Oh, Ozzy. He's learned all the saints from his dad. Legs 11, clickety-click, 66. Kelly's Eye, number 1. 2 fat ladies, 88. Top of the shop, 9-0. Mug's Return.
Mug's Return? What's that?
Oh, it isn't a number. It's what the lookout shouts when the history master's coming back.
Oh, dear, what a school. Well, now, that'll do for tonight. Now, away you go to your bed.
Oh, in a minute, Grandad.
Look, you've just had a bath and you're walking around with those slippers on. Now, your mother will get mad.
Oh, I can't go to bed till I find Timothy, my white mouse.
What mouse?
I got it from Ozzy this morning. I swapped him for 3 Kaylee suckers.
You tell your mother?
Why? She doesn't like Kaylee suckers.
About the mouse.
Well, I was keeping it as a surprise.
She'll get a surprise all right if she sees it running about.
That's why I want to find it. Hey, look under your bed, Grandad, while I look under the wardrobe.
Oh, all right. Oh, my back.
Father, what on earth are you doing, playing marbles?
No, I'm looking for a mouse.
A mouse?
Hey, there's a moose loose around this moose.
Well, never you mind that. You go downstairs and see if you can get a trap.
Look, it's Timothy, a tame white mouse.
Father, fancy bringing a thing like that into your room.
It's Jimmy's mouse. He got it from Mossy.
Jimmy, you'd no right to get that mouse without asking me. You know that Susan's terrified of them.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mum.
Well, hurry up now. Come on, let's see if we can find it.
Susan's found it.
Come on, quick, into her bedroom.
I'll get it.
Oh, quick, somebody, there's a mouse in here.
Don't shout like that. You'll frighten the life out of the poor thing.
I'll frighten it.
Now, don't panic, Susan.
It's all right, dear.
Hey, I can see him.
Where?
In your slipper.
Oh, get it out.
Shh, quiet. Shh. I've got him. You can come down now off that dressing table. Poor little Timothy. Did the nasty girl frighten you?
That settles it. Tomorrow you'll take that mouse back to Ozzy.
Oh, Mum, what for?
Because your mother says so.
Fancy having a horrible thing like that for a pet.
Why not? You've got Billy.
That's enough. I want no more arguments. You're taking that back to Ozzy and you're having no more pets in this house.
Oh, Mum. Everybody else has pets.
Yes, but everybody else looks after them.
Your mother's right. Look at the goldfish I had. I had to feed them, clean a tank out.
Well, I didn't like touching them. They were slimy.
No use, Jimmy. You're having no more pets and that's final.
Oh, Mum.
Don't start crying. Tears won't change my mind.
Oh, Mum.
Jimmy, stop crying. You've heard what your mother says now. The mouse goes back to where it came from.
All right. But I think you're all cruel, making a poor little mouse live in a rubbish dump.
It's going to live in Ossie's house.
That's what I mean, in a rubbish dump.
Yes?
Hello, Mr. Higginbottom.
Oh, it's you, is it? What do you want apart from causing trouble?
I want to see Ozzy, please, Mr. Higginbottom. Is he in?
No, he's not. He's gone for his trumpet lesson.
Oh, I thought he was packing up the trumpet after what his teacher said.
What do you mean, what his teacher said?
Well, he told Ozzy he made a better noise when he blew his nose.
We'll hear what noise you make when I clout your ear in a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Higginbottom, but that's what Ozzy told me.
Well, he's not in. So you can go home and annoy your grandfather. Hold tight, Wad.
Me granddad's not in either. He's gone to have his hair cut.
Oh, aye. I forgot. It's February.
Well, I've got something to give Ozzy.
Well, give it to me.
Oh, here you are then. But be careful you don't squash it.
What is it?
A mouse.
Oh, take it away. I'm not holding that horrible thing.
But it's Ozzy's. My mum said I've got to give it back to him.
Oh, well, fetch it in the house and put it in the cage with the others.
Oh, all right, Mr. Higginbottom.
Come in here in the parlour. Now, where does he keep that cage?
Here it is on the floor, Mr. Higginbottom, next to the empty beer bottles.
Oh, aye, aye. Well, stick it in there.
It's a big parlour, isn't it, Mr. Higginbottom?
It's only the usual size.
I suppose it looks bigger without having any furniture in.
That'll do. It's cleared out so I can do some decorating. And you can clear out now as well, because I want to go down to the vet.
Why, what's wrong with you?
Look, any more of your jokes and I'll give you your head in your hands to play with.
No, I mean, is it the mice?
No, I'm taking me greyhound down. I'm going to have it put to sleep.
Oh. Poor thing. Has it broken its leg?
No, my heart. I've fed it and trained it for 3 years and it's never won a race yet. I'm wasting no more of my money.
Oh, Mr. Higginbottom, that's cruel.
Look, it's no use as a pet. It eats us out of house and home. I've got to get rid of it.
Well, I'll buy it off you.
How much have you got?
9pence.
Well, keep that and buy him a dog biscuit. You can have him for nothing.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Higginbottom.
Your mother won't thank me when she sees how it eats. Anyway, you can have its lead and its feeding bowl as well. So slip in the kitchen and ask Mrs. Higginbottom for the bowl.
Righto.
Now, where's he keep that lead? Oh, here it is, round the wife's mac.
Mrs. Higginbottom says I can't have the dog's bowl just yet.
Why not?
She's making you a steak pudding.
Eh? Get out of it.
Now, come on. There's a good dog. Just through the garden and we're there. Shh. Be quiet. I'm going to hide you in Grandad's greenhouse. It's nice and warm in there. Come on. In you go. That's it. You'll be all right now. Hey, come away from there. Don't eat those. They're me Grandad's early daffodils. Unless the last year's coming up a bit late. Hey, give it over. Get down. Hey, stop licking me face. I'm not a lollipop. Shh. I said be quiet. You're a greyhound. You should know how to keep your trap shut. Daddy wouldn't buy me a bow wow, bow wow.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing, Susan.
I saw you coming out of Grandad's greenhouse.
Yes, that's right. I was, seeing if it was warm enough.
Warm enough? For what?
So the slugs won't catch cold.
Oh, you are funny, I don't think.
How can you think? You've got no brains.
You've got no manners. And if I were Mother, I'd make you behave at home.
If you were Mother, I'd leave home. Oh, go and meet your boyfriend, Bashful Billy. He thinks you're nice.
At least he knows how to speak to a lady.
So do I. Go and get one and I'll show you.
Oh, get in the house. Go and boil your head.
Can I use your mouth for a gas oven? How much is that dog in the window? The one with the knot in his tail. How much is that? Oh, hello, Grandad.
Oh, Jimmy. There's a cup of tea in the pot if you want it.
Oh, no thanks, Grandad. Anything in the paper?
Oh, no, not a thing.
Let's see what's on at the pictures next week.
Oh, all right. I suppose I'll have to take you as usual. But no cowboys this time.
Well, here's one. An animal picture. Will you take me to see this?
Which one?
Where it says, the most exciting picture of the year. It's about a kitten.
Who's in it?
Bridget Bardot.
Oh, no, Jimmy. No, I don't think I could take you to see that.
Why not? You took me to see Lassie. You remember when she was locked in the burning shed and you cried all over your chalk eyes?
I did not.
Well, that's the washing up done. I'm going to sit down for 5 minutes.
Shall I get the stool for you to put your feet on, Mum?
No, thanks, love.
Oh, it's no trouble, Mum.
What are you up to? You did take that mouse back, didn't you?
Oh, yes, Mum.
Good.
Oh, Susan isn't half frightened of mice, isn't she?
Well, most girls are.
She's not frightened of dogs, though.
No.
Well, maybe I should have had a dog.
Oh, no, you don't.
I nearly had you that time, Pat.
Don't you like dogs, Mum?
Yes, but you're not having one.
Oh, Charlie Thompson's mother let him have one.
Yes, well, I'm not Charlie Thompson's mother.
No, if you were, I'd have a dog.
Now, Jimmy, you've heard what your mother said. Mind you, Pat, a dog is different from
Now, Father,
a mouse.
don't you start.
No, I'm not saying he should have one. I was just thinking about when I was a boy. My father never had a dog. So whenever I could, I was over at my uncle's farm because he used to send me out to round up his sheep.
Why, hadn't your uncle got a dog either?
I've heard enough. Once and for all, you're not having a pet until I decide that you're old enough to take care of it. Now, that's that.
Oh, all right. But I'll tell you this. When I'm 21, I'll walk in here with the biggest elephant you've seen. You'll be all right here, Lightning. You couldn't find a better house. Mr. Craythorpe loves animals. You'll be happy here. He's got a canary, 2 goldfish, a tortoise, and his sister. But just sit down here till I call you. Sit. Now sit. Sit. Good boy, Lightning. Are you in, Mr. Craythorpe?
Oh, James, come in.
I've got a friend with me.
Bring him in as well.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Not at all. The more the merrier.
Come on, boy. In we go.
I'm here in the breakfast room.
Oh, what, at lunchtime?
Oh, I eat all my meals in here. Would you care for a lamb chop? I've just cooked some of the... Oh, a dog. My, he's a big fellow, isn't he?
Oh, yes, but he's very friendly.
Oh, is he? Come here, boy. Psst, 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 psst. Come to Uncle Theodore.
Go on, Lightning.
Down, boy, down. Oh, what's happened?
You've been struck by lightning.
Oh, silly me. I fell over the chair. He's very affectionate, isn't he?
Ooh, I think he likes you. Look, he's holding your hand.
Yes, between his teeth.
I think he's trying to tell you he's hungry.
Well, I'll get him some scraps from the kitchen. Let go, boy.
Come here, Lightning. Good boy.
I won't be a moment. We'll get something nice for him.
I knew you'd like Mr. Craythorpe, Lightning. Hey, get down. Get off that table. Ooh, heck.
Here we are. I found a bone.
Well, I think you better have it. He's just pinched your chops.
My goodness. Naughty Lightning. James, what are you doing with him? Apart from getting him free meals.
Well, you see, he's really Mr. Higginbottom's dog.
No wonder he's hungry.
And do you know, Mr. Craythorpe, just because Lightning hadn't won a race, he was going to have him put to sleep.
Oh, how inhuman. The brute.
So I said I'd keep Lightning, and he gave him to me.
Bravo, James. That was a fine gesture.
Oh, I'm glad you think so, because I want to leave him here.
Oh, I see. But he's your dog, James.
Yes, I know, but my man won't let me have a dog. So I thought he could stay here till I can talk around.
Well, I'd like to keep him, James, but I'm afraid there's a snag.
You've run out of lamb chops.
No. My sister would never allow me to have a dog in the house.
Well, he could sleep in the wash house.
Oh, she wouldn't have a dog near her.
Don't tell me she sleeps in the wash house.
No, she dislikes dogs, and the house is in her name. So if she says no animals, I have to abide by it. I had a terrible row getting my goldfish in the house, but I was adamant.
Well, I didn't think you'd let us down, Mr. Craythorpe.
Oh, James, really,
Come on, Lightning. Back to horrible Higginbottom. And he'll drag you to the vet, and the vet will put you to sleep, and nobody cares about anything.
No, James. No, he can't go back there.
Oh, good. He can stop here, then.
No. There must be another way. Now, surely your mother wouldn't mind. She's such a nice person.
She is to you. Hey, that's an idea. You take the dog to our house, say it's yours, my mum will like it, and you can give it to me.
That's it. Wait a minute. No, I couldn't tell your mother a fib.
What about when she spilled the pepper in the dinner? You said it was delicious. Then you came in the kitchen and drank 2 jugs of water.
That was different. I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
You're not bothered about hurting mine. Wait a minute. If I gave Lightning to you, you wouldn't be telling a fib.
James, you've solved it.
Oh, but don't forget to give him back to me.
No, I won't.
Good. Come here, Lightning. Theodore Craythorpe, this is your dog. Mr. Craythorpe, stop running with Lightning. I can't keep up with you.
It's the dog that's running with me. Steady, boy. Steady. Whoa!
He's a greyhound, not a racehorse.
James, you take the lead.
Not likely. It's your dog. Don't forget, you've got to walk him round the park yet to give me time to get home.
Well, I hope he doesn't keep pulling like this.
If he sees a cat, he'll have you up a tree.
That's better. Good boy. Put that down. Oh, nasty. He's chewing some orange peel. Oh, my goodness.
Has he swallowed it?
No, I mean the vicar.
The vicar's chewing orange peel?
No, he's seen me. Good afternoon, Vicar.
Good afternoon, Theodore. What's this you've got?
A greyhound.
I can see that. I didn't know you went in for greyhound racing.
Who, me?
I always thought you were against gambling.
But I don't gamble.
Oh, you mean the dog doesn't go on the racetrack?
Oh, yes, but he never wins. He lost the last 7 races, hasn't he, Mr. Craythorpe?
Yes, but no, James.
I'm shocked, Theodore. And you, my deputy organist.
Well, look, look, Vicar, in a nutshell, I own the dog at the moment, but I'm going to give it away.
Good.
He's giving it to me.
To a boy? Theodore. So you're going to start him gambling now, are you?
No, Vicar, you're not with it.
Pardon? Who are you, boy?
Jimmy Clitheroe.
Oh, I remember you. You were once in the choir for 3 days. And that included the choir boys outing.
Well, the choir master kicked me out just because the other lads dared me to sing it during the Harvest Festival.
Sing what?
Yes, we have no banana.
You find that amusing, Theodore?
Yes. No. How could you, James? I think you'd better run along home.
Righto, Mr. Craythorpe. Give me 5 minutes before you come in. Goodbye, Vicar.
Before you go, remember, young man, there's a time and a place for humour. If you want to crack jokes, you should be on the stage.
That's what the organist said when he stopped laughing. Oh, heck, Susan. What time is it?
It's nearly 3 o'clock for the 3rd time.
Oh, where is he?
Stop climbing all over the settee. I'm trying to do my nails.
Ooh, it doesn't half pong, that paint you put on.
It isn't paint. It's nail varnish.
Why do you put it on?
Because it makes my nails look better. It covers the cracks.
Pity they don't make it for your face.
Ha ha. Keep still. I'll have it all over my fingers.
Ooh, what a horrible colour. It looks as though your hands are dripping with blood. Dracula's daughter.
What do you know about nail varnish? You're too young to appreciate it.
Oh, am I?
Who did the crossword in my paper?
Wasn't me, Grandad.
Oh, I don't know.
Susan, that nail varnish is a bit vivid, isn't it?
Grandad, you're too young to appreciate it.
Don't be old-fashioned, Grandfather.
Well, it's a bit startling, isn't it?
That's what I told her. She looks like a vulture having a jambutti.
Oh, that's a good one.
Father, will you be going out this afternoon?
Well, I was thinking about it. What's the weather like? What's this?
What?
Coming up the path, Theodore Craythorpe with a greyhound.
Good heavens, you're right.
A greyhound? Oh, that's not like Mr. Craythorpe.
I don't know. They've both got the same nose. I'll let him in, Mum.
All right.
Craythorpe's coming out of his shell. Greyhounds. He'll be playing snap next.
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe. This is a surprise. We never expected you. Come in.
If you'll excuse me, I'll go and do my nails in the other room.
I hope you don't mind me popping in like this, but when you're cooped up all day in a kennel with a few bones, you do need exercise.
Yes, but there was no need to bring the dog with you.
Take no notice of Father, Theodore.
He's quite a good-looking old dog, isn't he?
Yes, you should see him when he's got his kilt on.
Theodore, did you say his name was Lightning?
Yes, that's right.
Doesn't Higginbottom run a greyhound under the name of Lightning?
Yes, this is it.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe, you blabbermouth.
You mean that this is Mr. Higginbottom's dog?
No, it's mine.
Oh, you bought it?
No, he gave it to someone, and they gave it to me, and I'm giving it to James. No, I thought...
Oh, don't some mothers have them?
Look, what is all this, Theodore?
I think there's been a bit of a conspiracy going on here.
Oh, well, we can't keep the secret any longer, James.
What do you mean, we can't? I've never made a wrong move yet.
Come on, Theodore, out with it. What Jimmy's been up to?
Well, Higginbottom gave the dog to James.
What, Jimmy? You had no right to accept it.
You deserve a good spanking ignoring your mother's orders.
Well...
I think he deserves a medal.
What?
Just because the poor dog couldn't win races, Higginbottom was going to have the little chap put to sleep. But James stepped in and saved its life. A noble effort.
Never mind the commercial. Can I have the dog?
No, that puts a different complexion on things now, doesn't it, Pat?
Well, I suppose it is rather different, yes.
Do give James another chance. Let him keep Lightning as a pet.
If it means saving the dog from that layabout Higginbottom, I say we should.
All right, Jimmy, you win.
Oh, thanks, Mum, and Grandad. Mr. Craythorpe, you're a pal. I'll see you right with the vicar.
I'll get it, Mother. It might be Billy.
All right, thank you, Susan. Now, listen to me, Jimmy. As long as that dog stays here, you've got to look after it. Do you understand?
Oh, I will, Mum. I'll brush him and take him walks. I'll even teach him to carry Grandad's empties back.
That'll do.
Coming. Mother, it's Mr. Higginbottom.
Oh?
I hope you don't mind me dropping in, but I've just come for my dog.
Whose dog? Lightning belongs to me.
Look, I don't want any arguments. Let's have it.
Just one moment. You gave the dog to James.
Who's talking to you, furric face?
Now, look here, Higginbottom. You're not in your own house now.
No, you can breathe in here.
Shut up and give me that dog.
Mr. Higginbottom, I'll thank you to lower your voice in my house.
Oh, I'm sorry, missus. I just want the dog.
Well, you're not taking him, you big bully. Mr. Craythorpe, throw him out.
Now, look here.
Shut up. Look, will you get this kid out of the way before I belt him?
Just come in the hall, Higginbottom, and I'll talk to you. Man to man. Come on.
All right.
Now, if you're looking for trouble.
I don't want trouble. Look, I did give the lad the dog, but there's a bloke from the greyhound track, and he wants the dog to train the youngsters, and he's offered me a £5.
A £5, eh? All right. You can have the dog.
Thanks, Mr. Sinclair. You're a gent.
But it'll cost you £1 to buy it back.
You're Scotch.
Now then.
All right. The bloke's waiting. There you are. £1.
Here you are, then. Take your dog. And take it and clear out of here.
Oh, Grandad, you traitor. You promised, and now you'll let him take the dog to the vet.
He's going to have a good home.
That's more than I've got. I'll run away. I'll join a circus. Then I'll have some pets.
Look, the dog will be fine. I made him give me £1 for you.
I don't want a pound.
Yes. Here you are. Now away you go down to the pet shop and buy yourself a nice wee puppy.
Oh, James, isn't that wonderful? Now, what kind of dog do you fancy?
Well, Charlie Thompson's is nice. It's got thick hair all over its face. A mug rump terrier.
That's a new one on me. A mug rump?
Yes, its hair's so long, you can't tell its mug from its rump. I just came back to tell you I got the puppy all right. I call him Spot. The man said it's a real thoroughbred mongrel. I was only kidding Mr. Craythorpe about the mug rump. He's a clever little puppy, is Spot. Mind, he hasn't found out where the bathroom is yet. He doesn't half eat. This morning he had a bowl of milk, corned beef, 2 pieces of coal, and Grandad's left slipper. Mr. Higginbottom saw Spot yesterday, and he teased him. He said he wasn't big enough to be a dog. Spot bit his ankle. I said, don't get cross, Mr. Higginbottom. After all, he's only a nipper. Ta-ta!
In that recording of the Clitheroe Kid, you heard Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, Peter Goodright, and Tony Melody, with Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra under the direction of Alan Ainsworth, with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe and produced in the north of England by James Casey.
represent Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Craythorpe in
Girl Trouble.
Jimmy, are you out of bed yet?
What? What? Oh, it was only a dream. Just when me grandad was going to light me rocket.
Jimmy, it's 8:15.
All right, Bob. I'm getting up.
Come on, Jimmy. Out of bed.
Oh, Grandad, you aren't half a noisy lot.
Come on, wakey, wakey.
Oh, all right, Billy Cotton.
Now, come on. Up you get. I don't understand you, son. When I was your age on my father's farm, I was up at 5 o'clock every morning and straight into the cowshed.
That's a funny place to have your breakfast.
Go on, away with you now. Into the bathroom you go.
I don't know which is the hardest, getting Jimmy out of bed in the morning or trying to get him into it at night.
Oh, well, you know, you were just the same when you were a girl.
I've made the toast. I suppose it'll be cold before Rip Van Winkle gets down.
Oh, no, it won't.
Oh, well, Jim, you're getting slow in your old age. You must have been in the bathroom for 2 whole minutes.
Well, the hot water's that slow coming through. While I was waiting, I cleaned my shoes.
It looks as though you used the shoe brush on your face.
Well, nobody can tell when your face is dirty with all that war paint you slap on it. Night cream, day cream, vanishing cream, cold cream, hot cream, ice cream. No wonder they call you a clot.
No, that'll do. Now, that'll do. Get your breakfast, Jimmy, or you'll miss the bus to the school again.
What time is it, Grandad?
Well, it's 22 minutes to 9.
Oh, heck, my bus goes at 22.
Yeah, well, we've been telling you all morning you'd be late.
I'll take my toast with me. If I miss that bus again, Sam the Sniffer will keep me in after school.
Sam the Sniffer?
Yes, Mr. Pringle, the geography master. He's always sniffing. He has one of those pencil things you sniff when you have a cold. He's always got it stuck up his nose. It wasn't half some trouble the other day. While he was out, Ozzy dipped it in pepper. When Sam came back, he took one sniff and blew his teeth clean through the window.
Jimmy, don't tell such lies.
I'm not kidding, Ma'am. The lad said Mrs. Pringle won't buy a vacuum cleaner. When the carpet's dirty, she tells Sam to stand on his hands and get sniffing. What time is it, Mr. Pringle?
4:30.
Well, can I go home now, sir?
Oh, you're staying here till 5.
Oh, you only keep the others in for half an hour when they're late in the morning.
I know. But the extra half hour is punishment for teasing Charlie Thompson. I will not tolerate fighting in the playground.
I'm sorry, sir.
Are you crying?
No, sir.
Oh.
Are you?
Get on with your work.
Finished, sir.
Oh, all right. Well, which 3 questions did you pick?
Well, the first one is compare your own land with a foreign country. I picked Holland.
Well, go on.
Well, in Holland there are canals. The natives wear clogs and it's famous for cheese.
Yes, well, that's all right so far as it goes. What about your own land?
I live in Lancashire. It has canals, the natives wear clogs, and it's famous for cheese.
Oh, very smart, Clitheroe. According to that, you wouldn't know whether you're in Holland or Lancashire.
Oh, I would. They don't speak Dutch in Lancashire.
Clitheroe, I don't know whether you're trying to be a wit or just succeeding in being a half-wit.
Oh, very good, sir. Very clever. I must tell the lads that.
Never mind the compliments. Now tell me something about Holland that is different from Lancashire.
The mountains.
What mountains?
In Holland, the Alps.
The Alps?
Yes.
Clitheroe, I have been teaching geography for 22 years, and I never knew until today that the Alps were in Holland.
Oh, well, we all live and learn, don't we?
Hello, James. Just coming home from school?
Yes, Mr. Craythorpe.
You're rather late, aren't you?
I was kept in. I've been teaching Mr. Pringle some geography.
But he's the geography master.
Well, he knows nothing about Holland.
Oh, really? You surprise me. After all, you know he is an M.A.
That's not what the lads call him. Are you going to our house, Mr. Craythorpe?
Yes, just routine Women's Guild business to discuss with your mother.
You spend a lot of time on this Women's Guild business, don't you?
Yes. When I took on the position of honorary secretary, I had no idea it would involve so much work. 3 nights a week I have to devote to the ladies. They think I should do everything, but they'll find that Craythorpe is the willing horse that can be driven too far.
Have you had your tea, Mr. Craythorpe?
No.
Well, here's our house. Come in and put your nose bag on.
Oh, always the merry quip.
Come in, Mr. Craythorpe.
Thank you, James.
You're sure you wouldn't have another cup of tea?
No, thanks, Mrs. Clitheroe. We must get home. My husband only has half an hour for his tea before he goes back to the cinema.
James, your mother has company. I hope we're not intruding.
I don't know about you, but I live here. Come on.
I hope we'll see a lot of each other now you've moved here.
We've got lodgers.
And I know Jimmy will be pleased to see you, Shirley.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Clitheroe. Oh, hello, Jimmy. Shirley, what are you doing here? Have you run away from home?
No. We moved into the house across the road.
Yes. Jimmy, this is Mrs. Peters, Shirley's mother.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Mrs. Peters.
I wanted to thank you for looking after Shirley so well at the circus the other week.
Oh, yes, he bought me some chocolates, and he bought his friend Ozzy 2 ice creams.
That was to keep his trap shut. Otherwise, he'd have blabbed it all over the school that I was sitting with a girl.
Well, thank you anyway. Come along, Shirley. We must be off.
I'll see you to the door.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, James, that is a pleasant surprise. Another little companion for you.
You what? She's a girl.
Well, now, what difference does that make?
If the Black Hand Gang saw me playing with a girl, they'd use me for a catapult practice.
Well, no, that new washer should stop the tap dripping. Oh, Jimmy, where's your mother?
She's at the front door saying goodbye to the visitors.
Oh, Theodore.
Hello.
What's this? Wearing a bow tie? You're getting a bit daring, aren't you?
Oh, I just felt rather gay this morning. Mind you, I don't think my sister approved. She prefers a dark tie with a black coat and pinstripe trousers for work.
She must look funny mopping the step in that lot.
What a lovely family.
Oh, you mean the Peters? She's a nice woman.
Yes.
Little Shirley's nice too, isn't she, Jim?
Oh, she's all right.
She's very pretty, don't you think, Jimmy?
I suppose so.
Oh, James doesn't like girls.
Well, she likes you, Jimmy.
Oh, Grandad.
Oh, stop teasing him, Father. Will you have some tea with us, Theodore?
Oh, I don't want to trouble you.
Nonsense. I've got to make a fresh pot for Jimmy and cook him some egg and chips. Why are you so late anyway, Jimmy?
I was kept in after school.
Well, it was your own fault for being late this morning. Maybe in future you'll get up when you're called.
You kept a long time just for being late.
Well, it wasn't just that. Charlie Thompson came to school with his cousin, a girl. He even carried her books.
Well, now what's wrong with that?
What's wrong? He's in the Black Hand Gang. We followed him round the playground shouting, Sissy Thompson! Where's your gym slip? Then we held him down and tied pink ribbon on his hair.
Well, no wonder Charlie hit you.
No, if I'd been the teacher, I'd keep you in every night for a week.
Well, it was Charlie's own fault. He shouldn't go to school with a soppy girl.
Put this bread on the table, Jimmy. Oh, Theodore, would you like a cup of tea while you're waiting for the food?
No, thank you.
Oh, Jimmy, in case I forget, will you call at Mrs. Peters' house in the morning? She asked me if you'd do a favour for her.
Yes, ma'am. What is it?
Take Shirley to school on the bus.
You what? I can't do that.
Why not? You both go to the same school.
But she's a girl. Oh, Mum, I'm going to be late for school again. It'll be the cane this time.
Finish your toast and get a move on.
Oh, all right. What time is it now?
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Well, I'm in a hurry.
Will you stop spraying toast all over my porridge?
Well, I'm going without you.
All right, I'm coming. Grandad, where's my cap?
Your what?
My cap. My cap.
It's on your head.
Well, who put it?
Oh, come on. I'll miss my bus.
Oh, all right, don't panic. My bus comes 5 minutes before yours.
Well, that means I've got exactly 5 minutes to wait. There's your bus just going round the corner.
Oh, heck. Hey, stop him. Oh, run after him. Show your leg.
He's gone. You can take your time now. Your next bus is 5 to 9.
Oh, I know. I'll be 5 minutes late and get 6 of the best off Sniffy Sam.
Well, it'll teach you to get up in the morning. I've no sympathy for you.
Well, I don't care. I might get the cane, but at least I won't have to walk into school with a girl. Surely he'll be on that bus.
Oh, Jimmy, glad I caught you. Did you miss the bus?
Yes, Mrs. Peters.
Well, jump in. I'll give you a lift to school.
Oh, thanks.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Oh, heck. I'll walk, Mrs. Peters.
What are you playing at?
Don't be silly, Jimmy. You'll be late for school.
Of course. You'll get the cane.
That's nothing to what I'll get from Charlie Thompson. If he sees me with Shirley, he'll push me nose in me ear and blow me brains out.
Don't be stupid. Get in.
Oh, Susan.
Get in.
I'm glad we saw you, Jimmy.
Are you?
Are you all right in the back there?
I'll be happier in the boot.
Daddy told Mummy she could have the car every morning to take me to school.
You mean you won't be using the bus?
No, I'll be taking her in the car, so if you ever miss it, you can always have a lift.
Can I? Could you go round by the hospital?
What for?
I'd like to call in and book myself a bed for this afternoon.
Oh, well, I'd better put Jimmy's tea on. He'll be here in about 10 minutes.
He's here now. I recognize his knock.
Jimmy! One day you'll bang that door and the house will fall down.
Good, then we'll be able to move.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, it's been a shocking day at school. Mrs. Peters took me in her car right to the school gates, and I had to walk in with Shirley. And he saw us.
Who?
Peeping Charlie Thompson. His eyes popped out like gobstoppers.
I suppose he got a bit of his own back.
I'll say, did. You should have heard him. Oh, it's Loverboy Clitheroe and his sweetheart. shouted, "Get married at dinner time, then we can throw us rice pudding." And then when I came back after playtime, somebody had written on the blackboard, "Jimmy loves Shirley." I didn't half clout Ozzy,
How'd you know it was Ozzy?
because he's the only one who'd spell loves, L-U-V-S.
What did the teacher say?
Oh, before he came in, I rubbed it out with Ozzy's head. The teacher said, "Higginbottom, what's happened to your hair?" "It's white." I said, "Well, he worries a lot, sir."
Oh, dear, you deserve to get into trouble. Grandad told me what you did to Charlie Thompson yesterday. You were just getting some of your own medicine.
Oh, I thought I'd had it at dinner time. I was in the playground and the Black Hand gang surrounded me, both of them. Charlie had a cricket stump, Ozzy had a ruler, and I had me back up against the wall. And then, just when they were going to attack, I had a brainwave. I told them how going with Shirley was all part of a secret plan to help the Black Hand gang. And when they found out what it was, they'd come crawling to me on their hands and knees.
What is the secret plan?
I don't know. But I've got till next Monday's meeting to think of something.
Well, you're a lucky fella to get away with that story.
I suppose that means you don't want to take Shirley on the bus anymore.
Oh, don't have to. Her mother's going to take her by car every morning.
Well, you better not miss the bus anymore or you'll be getting another lift. To your doom.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be up like a shot in the morning. As soon as somebody shouts, I'll come down those stairs quicker than you did, Grandad, the day you trod on me roller skates. I haven't time for me breakfast, ma'am. It's 8:30.
Oh, well, you must have something to eat.
But I'll miss the bus again.
I'm sorry, Jimmy, but we all overslept this morning.
Oh, I forgot to wind my alarm clock up.
Oh, I'd like to wind your neck up.
Jimmy, it can't be helped. Susan just forgot. She'll be late as well.
It's all right for her. She won't have to bend down and get 6 of the best.
Well, you'll just have to get a lift off Mrs. Peters.
Oh, not likely. Even Ozzy and Charlie wouldn't believe me twice.
Well, here you are, the toast. I'm afraid it's a bit scorched.
A bit scorched? They look like coal bricks.
Well, let's solve this rush. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, come on now, eat your porridge.
Where's the milk?
Oh, I forgot to bring it in. Get it from the front door, will you, Jimmy?
Oh, I've had it now. You get me up late, breakfast not ready, and now I have to go on a milk round.
Oh, stop complaining and get the milk.
Well, hide your face or you'll turn it sour.
Oh, James, you startled me.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe, hand me that bottle of milk.
Here you are.
Thanks. Here you are, Mum. I'm having the cream. Oh, heck.
What's the matter?
I slammed the door in Mr. Craythorpe's face.
Mr. Craythorpe's at the door. Really, Jimmy, you're too bad.
What's Craythorpe want here at this time in the morning?
Well, maybe they don't have burnt toast at their house.
That'll do now.
I'm sorry, Theodore. Come in. Jimmy didn't realize what he was doing.
Oh, that's all right. I could see he was rather agitated. But I just called round with the needles for the Women's Guild knitting group this evening.
Oh, good.
Good morning, all.
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe.
Good morning.
Well, good morning, Mr. Craythorpe.
I'm afraid we all overslept this morning. And Jimmy's been late for school twice already this week.
Oh, well, I'll take James to school. I've got the car outside.
Oh,
Oh, good old Mr. Craythorpe.
that's very kind of you, Theodore. Oh, but won't you be late for work?
Oh, no, I'm not expected in the town hall this morning. I'm spending a few hours on the new housing estate. James, shall we go then?
Yes, Jeeves. You may drive me to the university. On the way, stop at the fish shop for a kipper. To nail under Professor Ozzy's desk.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, and thank you, Theodore.
Oh, James, you must be a handful for your Ford master.
Oh, he likes me.
Oh?
When he gives him the cane, he always has a smile on his face.
Well, here's the old car, James. Oh, what's the trouble over there? I say, are you having some difficulty?
I can't get the car to start.
Oh, Mrs. Peters. I didn't recognize her bending down. Can I help?
I don't think so. I'm afraid the battery's completely flat.
What shape should it be?
Well, can I run you anywhere?
Well, no, I was just taking Shirley to school.
Well, I'm going there with James. I'll take her.
Oh, would you? Well, I'll just pop in the house and get her.
Mr. Craythorpe, how can you do this to me?
Do what?
Take me to school with a girl.
Oh, dear. I'd forgotten about your trouble.
I'll never miss that bus again, even if I have to stop up all night. I'm having the alarm clock from now on. What's that? Oh, 7:30. I've made it. Come on, Clitheroe. Out of bed. You must get that bus. I'm out. Ooh, I'm in again. Bye. That floor's cold. Where's me socks? Oh, I remember, under me pillow. That's it. Slippers on. Pyjama jacket off. Pyjama trousers off. Shirt on. Pants on. Tie on. Now for a wash. Not a sound. The lazy lot. Come on now, wakey, wakey. Everybody up. Nobody sleeps while Jim's awake.
Jimmy, have you gone mad?
Come on, ma'am. I'm nearly ready and it's just turned 7:30. I'll be at school before the doors are open.
You certainly will. Today's Saturday.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. I can't get over that. Jimmy getting up at that time this morning.
All right, Grandad, it's not that funny.
I think it's a scream. Oh, I only wish I'd have been out of my room to see your face at 7:30.
If Billy ever saw your face at 7:30 in the morning, he'd join the Foreign Legion.
Well, it was funny, Jimmy, after all that happened this week.
Oh, it's all the fault of that blinking Shirley.
Oh, yes, it's always somebody else to blame. It's never Jimmy's fault.
Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you've noticed it.
All right, we'll just forget it. Susan, it's 9:30 if you're going down to the shops, love.
Oh, righto, Mother. I've got the list for the grocers. Is there anything else?
Yes, call at the chemist's. Ask him if he's got any powder you can sprinkle around the door to keep girls away.
Well, I know what to sprinkle to keep you away. So.
Have you finished your breakfast, Jimmy?
Yes, Mum. I think I'll go to bed till dinner time.
Oh, the poor lad, how he suffered. He's been awake for 2 whole hours.
Grandad, save your jokes for the barmaid.
Jimmy, don't be cheeky.
Oh, Mum, Shirley's here.
Oh, no, I'm not in.
Shh, quiet. Come in, Shirley.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Clitheroe. Good morning, Jimmy.
Is it?
I just came up to thank you for inviting me to the pictures this morning.
Hey?
Is your cold better? Mummy said you sounded hoarse on the phone.
I'm going daft. What phone?
Well, half an hour ago. You rang Mummy and said you wanted to take me to the children's matinee this morning. Didn't you?
I've been framed. work of horrible Ozzy.
Oh, well, it wasn't you then?
Of course it wasn't. Why would I ask a soppy... I mean, no.
Oh, well, I'd better go home then.
Just a minute, Shirley. It doesn't matter whether Jimmy asked you or not. I think it's a good idea.
Well, you take her.
Now, Jimmy, remember your manners.
Well, if he doesn't want to take
It
me...
isn't that, Shirley. I've got no money.
Well, you had your pocket money last night.
I've got more money to spare. I've got to buy all sorts of licorice...
But we don't need any money.
That's what I say.
Well, Dad is the manager of the cinema, and I can always take my friends in for nothing.
You mean every Saturday morning I can go in free?
Well, yes, if you're a chum of mine.
Shake hands with your best friend. I just want to make a phone call to my best enemy. You've slipped up here, big mouth Higginbottom. So little Oswald's playing jokes, is it? I'll have to clean the blackboard with him again. Hello? Is that Oswald? Listen, clever Dick. You thought you were smart phoning Mrs. Peters, didn't you? I'm not going to get out of it. I'm taking Shirley to the pictures. Her father's the manager, so we're getting free seats. Put that in your trumpet and blow it. I thought you'd change your tune. Any of my friends could go for nothing if I had any. Well, say please then. That's it. Now say, Charlie Thompson is a sissy. All right. It starts at 11 o'clock. You and Charlie be there at 5 with sixpence each in your hand. To pay for 2 chalk ices for Shirley and me. And tell that Charlie Thompson that from now on he'll carry my books to school. What are you laughing for? You'll be carrying Shirley's.
In that recording of the Clitheroe Kid, you heard Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, Carol Gardner, Rosalie Williams, and Gordon Rollings, with Jimmy Clitheroe as the Kid himself. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra under the direction of Alan Ainsworth, with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe and produced in the north of England by James Casey. We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Craythorpe in
The Trouble with Higginbottom. Come on, Shirley. We'll sit here at the front of the bus.
Oh, yes, I like sitting at the front. You can see all the people waving to the driver to stop.
Yes, and then shaking the fists and shouting rude words.
Hold tight, please, hold tight.
Oh, well, that's the end of school till Monday, Jimmy.
Yes, and you never know your luck. The teachers might all get flu over the weekend.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh, you never know. Ozzy turned up with a bad cold this morning, so we took him round and made him sneeze in every classroom.
Where is Ozzy? I thought he got on the bus with us.
He's there at the back. He always sits at the back, so the conductor can keep an eye on him.
Why? Is he always getting into trouble?
No, he's always going to sleep. The times his dad's had to go to the depot to bring him home.
Does he sleep all the time?
No, only when he's not eating. Mind you, I think he's working on that. I know his mother told him off for taking a meat pie to bed. He's the only lad in our school who has gravy stains on his pyjama jacket.
Jimmy, you're making it up.
Oh, you don't know him like I do. Look at him at the back there now. He can hardly keep his eyes open. Wake up at the back there! No, Ozzy, this isn't your stop. It's the gasworks. It just smells like your house. Oh, shut up! And get your thieving nose out of the conductor's lunchbox.
Jimmy, you are terrible.
Ah, then, we don't want any noise on this bus.
Well, tell Ozzy to stop eating with his mouth open.
No, that's enough. Let's have your fares.
He's got the money. Go to the back.
Who?
My pal, Billy Bunter. He's just got his postal order.
You mean he's paying, the one stuffing his face there?
Yes.
Oh, trust me to get on the school bus again.
Look, Jimmy, I've got my own fare.
Oh, save it. It's Ozzy's turn to pay.
But he paid this morning.
Well, he owes me a shilling. When we went in the history class, I bet him he couldn't sit still for 5 minutes.
And couldn't he?
No, it was up like a shot as soon as he sat on the drawing pin.
Now, look here, what's the game? This lad at the back says you're paying.
Oh, take no notice. He's having you on.
I'll have you all off in a minute if I don't get the money for your tickets.
Look, Jimmy, I'll pay. I've got a shilling.
You will not. Here's 6pence, mister. 2 threepennies.
It's like getting money from a stone. Now, what about that lad at the back?
He's not with us. He hasn't got his fare. Wake him up and chuck him off.
Don't you think I won't either. Hey, Sleeping Beauty, let's have your threepence. Well, you can just get off this bus then. You're getting no free rides here.
Oh, tell my darling.
You can tell your dad what you like. He's lucky we don't summons him. Now, get off.
Oh, Jimmy, he's throwing him off. Poor Ozzy.
Poor Ozzy, nothing. Look where we are. This is Ozzy's stop.
I like living down here, Jimmy. It's a nice street.
Oh, yes, and it's better in summer. Wait till you taste Mr. Johnson's apples. Ooh, smashing.
Oh, does he give them away?
No, he just leaves them hanging about. On the trees.
Jimmy, you don't steal them off his trees.
No, he said we could have any that fell on the ground. Ooh, but it's hard work.
Hard work picking apples up?
It is for Ozzy. He's up the tree shaking the branches.
Oh, Jimmy, you do make me laugh. Anyway, I'm glad I came to live down here. Are you?
Oh, yes.
Are you really glad?
Oh, of course I am. I've never tasted jam tarts like your mother makes.
I mean, what about me?
Can you make jam tarts?
Jimmy, sometimes you are silly.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. I'll just go and see Mummy and then I'll come over to your house.
All right. I'm going to have a look at the workmen outside our front gate.
Workmen?
Yes, look. Grandad and Mr. Craythorpe messing about with the car.
All right, I won't be long. Bye-bye, Jimmy.
Righto.
Theodore, will you keep that spanner tight in the nut while I give the fan pulley a tap?
It's not easy with my eyes closed.
Well, keep them open.
Look, lying here under this car, every time you strike with the hammer, I get my face showered in dust.
Well, I've got to get the fan belt on.
I don't see why you had to take it off. Just to see if the petrol pump was working.
Well, if it isn't Sooty and Sweep.
Oh, you're here, Jimmy. That's all we needed.
Why don't you get a man from the garage to come and mend it?
We don't need a garage. It's only a simple job.
That's what you said when you put the washer on the tap and flooded the kitchen.
Now, that was an accident. I forgot to turn off the water at the main.
Mr. Sinclair, when you finish talking about your past achievements, I'm still holding this spanner on this nut, and my arm's aching. I've got a mouthful of dust.
It serves you right. You should keep your trap shut.
You want a drink, Mr. Craythorpe?
Yes, please, James.
Well, undo that little tap on the radiator.
Oh, I've had enough. I'm coming out. Now, Mr. Sinclair, perhaps you'd like to take a turn under the car.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not getting me under that.
He couldn't without jacking it up.
That'll do from you.
Hey, Mr. Craythorpe. What's the idea of the fancy dress?
What? Well, I suppose it does look rather strange. Well, you see, I'm wearing my best clothes, and when your mother saw me getting out of the car, she insisted on lending me her overall and dust cap.
Aye. Daddy will give it a living, Sinclair.
Oh, it's you, Higginbottom.
Hello, Higginbottom.
Oh, Craythorpe, it's you. I thought it was Pat Moss getting ready for the Monte Carlo rally.
Look, if you're going to hang about here, get a spanner in your hand. You're a bus driver. You're supposed to know about engines.
I do know about engines.
Oh, well, how about a practical demonstration on this one?
All right, get out of the way, Craythorpe. I hate to see a boy trying to do a man's job.
What's wrong with it, Mr. Higginbottom?
Give me time to look. Now, Craythorpe, the engine just won't start.
There you are. He's found something out already.
Shut up. Now, Craythorpe, have you got petrol?
Yes.
Is your battery up?
Yes.
Does the engine turn over?
Yes.
Are you caught in?
Yes.
Now, come on, you two. Come and have your tea. You sit there, Shirley.
Oh, could I wash my hands first, please?
Ooh, you're always washing your hands.
Yes, well, you could just wash yours as well.
Oh, Mum. All right. Come on, Shirley. This way to the torture chamber.
And use a clean towel out of the bathroom cupboard. Mr. Craythorpe and Mr. Higginbottom were up there washing the oil off their hands.
Right, Mum. Come on, Shirley. Be careful of the 11th step.
Why?
There's only 10.
Oh. Jimmy, you've got a joke for everything.
Ooh, I'm all there with me cough drops. Here we are. Welcome to the beauty parlour. We've got everything here. Toothbrushes with no bristles. For people with no teeth. Hey, what did the toothpaste say to the brush?
I don't know.
Squeeze me and I'll meet you outside the tube.
Oh, come on, Jimmy. Your mother's got the tea ready.
But I'm showing you around. Now over here we have a face flannel for people with flannel faces. And Grandad's razor blade, bought by him with his own money when he joined up in 1914.
Jimmy, stop fooling about.
Oh, all right, Shirley. Here's a clean towel. Where's the dirty one?
Here you are.
Oh, thanks. Hey, watch this. The bullfighter. You hold the cloak like this. The bull charges. Early! Charges again. Early! The bullfighter spins round. Where's the bull gone? Ow! Behind me. The bull charges again. He dances in the corner. He whips the cloak round. Early! Oh, heck, I've knocked the stool over.
Whose is that watch on the floor?
Watch? Oh, I don't know. Doesn't belong to anybody here.
Oh, maybe Mr. Craythorpe left it when he was up for a wash.
No, he wears a pocket watch, one of... Oh, heck. What? It must be Mr. Higginbottom's watch. Oh, and it's not going.
Well, shake it.
It's no use. I've smashed it.
Will he be very cross?
Cross, not off. He'll put me across his knee and leave his fingerprints all over me sit-upon.
Well, what are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. I wonder how the boat's run to Australia.
Well, couldn't you get it mended before he finds out?
Well, who'll mend it for me?
Oh, well, Mummy took me to a shop yesterday where the man repairs watches. It's not far away, and he told Mummy he was open till 6:30.
Oh, Shirley, you've saved me life. We'll hurry up and have tea, and then you invite me over to your house.
What for?
For about half an hour. While we go to the watchmender's.
Well, I could say that we're going to look at my stamp collection.
Oh, that's it. You know, this just proves what I've always thought.
What?
A bathroom is no place for a growing lad. Well, mister, is it badly damaged?
Well, the mainspring's broken, and it'll want cleaning. It's very dirty.
Comes from a dirty house.
Well, can you mend it?
Well, you're very lucky. As a matter of fact, I've got some parts for this. We need 'em. They're always going wrong with these cheap watches. How did you break it?
Bullfighting.
Bullfighting?
He was playing with a towel in the bathroom.
Never again. From now on, I only wash when it rains.
Well, are you in a hurry for it?
Oh, yes, it's a matter of life and death.
Oh, well, in that case, I could have it ready tomorrow afternoon.
Well, we'll call for it.
Well, don't be late. We close at 5 on Saturday.
Oh, good.
And it'll be 25 shillings.
Oh, heck. Can I pay you a bob a week?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I must have the 25 shillings before you can have the watch.
Oh, all right, then. But if I'm not in tomorrow, keep it till you get a letter from Australia.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be in tomorrow with the money. Come on, Jimmy.
Shirley, what are you talking about? 25 bob tomorrow? All I've got is 1 and threepence, 2 glass alleys, and Ozzy's pocket knife. And I can't sell that.
Of course not.
No, the blade's broken.
Well, I've got 3 shillings in my piggy bank. You can have that.
Oh, no, Shirley. I couldn't take 3 shillings off you.
Oh, of course you can.
Oh, no.
But I want you to have it.
No, Shirley.
All right, then don't have it.
Well, if you insist. Bring it round in the morning. That means we need another pound and 9pence. Oh, where are we going to get that?
Well, surely we can raise it between us.
Well, I think I could manage the 9pence.
Was Shirley's mother glad to see you?
Who?
Shirley's mother.
Who are you talking about? Oh, Shirley's mother. Oh, yes.
What was the collection like?
Shocking. 4 and threepence. And that was after... the stamps. Oh, yes. Very nice. Is Grandad in?
No, he's out.
Has he drawn his pension today?
Look, I don't know what all this is about, but I'm busy. And I'm going upstairs to turn out Grandad's wardrobe.
Well, if there's anything you want to give to a jumble sale, I'll sell it. Take it.
Jimmy, are you up to something?
No, Mum. Of course I'm not.
You've got that tone in your voice. As though you're looking for a mug.
Oh, Mum. Hey, that reminds me. Is Billy here?
Yes, Billy is here. He's in the front room with Susan, and don't you go disturbing them.
I won't disturb them.
Yes, well, you just find something to keep yourself out of mischief. I've got to go upstairs now.
I'll just see what's going on. If I can get Susan off his knee for 5 minutes, I might be able to tap him. Ah, here we are. We've left the front room door open. Billy must need some fresh air. No wonder with all that scent she sprays behind her lugs.
You seem very happy tonight, Susan.
Well, it's Friday night. No work tomorrow. I'm here with you. And Jim is out.
Very soon Jimmy's going to be in.
Oh, I don't know. Jimmy's not so bad.
Good old Billy.
He's just a bit nosy, that's all.
You can talk with your conch.
Oh, let's forget him. He won't be back for another hour yet.
Doesn't time fly when you're in love?
What do you want here?
I've just come in with a message for you. Mary Patterson wants to see you right away. It's very urgent.
What does she want?
How do I know? I don't go poking my nose into other people's business.
Oh.
What are you laughing at, Billy? You've seen our Susan before.
When did you get this message?
I've only just thought of it. Got it.
Oh, well, I'd better go round. She'll only come round here if I don't. I won't be long, Billy. She just lives round the corner.
That's all right, Susan. I won't run away.
I'll see to that.
Well, Jimmy, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right now. Hey, Billy, are you going to marry our Susan?
Well, Jimmy, I don't know. Maybe I will one day.
It costs a lot of money to get married, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, have you started saving?
Well, I'd like to, Jimmy, but I don't seem to be able to manage it.
I know a way you can save.
Do you?
Yes. You know you give me a shilling every week?
I gave it you yesterday.
I know that. Well, there's 52 weeks in a year, and I've just worked it out. That's £2.12 I get. So, I'm going to save you £1.11 and threepence.
How?
You give me £1 and ninepence, and we'll call it straight for the year.
Oh, Jimmy, what do you think you're doing?
I'm flogging a dead horse here.
Mary Patterson isn't in.
Well, why didn't you wait?
She's been in Switzerland since Monday, so how could you get a message from her?
Reindeer?
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, it's you. You've got it all wrong.
I've got it all wrong?
Yes, you should have waited till I'd finished the message instead of dashing out like that.
All right. What was the message then?
Mary Patterson wants to see you right away. It's very urgent, but don't come round this week because she's in Switzerland. Here you are, Grandad. I've been for your tobacco. That'll be threepence for the errand.
All right, where's the matches then?
Oh, matches are a separate errand, so it'll be sixpence.
What?
Come on, you agreed.
Oh, I need my head examining.
All right, lie down. That'll make it ninepence.
Now look here. This money grabbing has got to stop. No, I was only telling your mother.
Oh, hello, ma'am. What's for dinner?
Steak and chips.
Steak's dear, isn't it?
It is, very dear.
Well, how much will my bit cost?
The way you eat, about £half a crown.
Well, never mind my steak. Just give me a few chips and 2 bob in cash.
Jimmy, run along. You've already had this week's pocket money. I don't know what all this is about, but you can just forget it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for Susan.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's you, Susan. I wondered what Anita Ekberg was doing in our bathroom.
All right, funny boy, what do you want? I'm washing my hair.
No, honest, Susan, you look just like a film star with that beautiful hair hanging down.
It's soaking wet.
As I told Billy, he's a lucky fella to be going out with the prettiest girl in the town.
Never mind the compliments. If you want to be nice, just pass that jug of warm water over so I can rinse my hair. And tell me what you're after.
Well, I'm collecting for a charity.
What charity?
The Poor Kids Outing.
Don't give me that. You're collecting for yourself, and I've got no money.
Well, you're always saying you've got no new dresses.
I haven't.
Well, can I sell some of your old ones? I'll go halves with you.
I wouldn't give you an old duster of mine. Now get out till I finish washing my hair.
All right, wash your scraggy old hair.
Oh, you've changed your tune. Don't I look like a film star now?
Yes, you look like Lassie.
Oh, get out. Give me that jug of water.
It's a pleasure. Duck your head. So, you see, Mr. Craythorpe, to raise this money for the poor children, I'm selling firewood.
Well, I suppose firewood always comes in useful. I don't mind buying some.
Good. I'm also collecting old furniture for the poor children. Have you any?
Well, now, come to think of it, there is an old sideboard in the wash house. You can take that.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Craythorpe.
Well, now, when do I get the firewood?
As soon as I've chopped up the sideboard.
Oh, James, I couldn't allow you to do that.
All right, well, have you got any old clothes for the poor children?
But my clothes wouldn't fit children.
Well, they've got poor mothers and fathers. I mean, that's why the kids are poor.
Well, I'll have a look upstairs.
Good.
And if there are any old clothes, you shall have them on Monday.
That's no good. It's 4:30 and the shop closes at 5.
What shop?
The the grocer's. For the food. For the poor kids.
Oh, James. Well, if the children are hungry, we can soon remedy that. We'll go straight down to the grocer's shop and order a parcel of food on my bill.
All right, I'll give in. There's only one thing left.
What's that?
The truth. I broke Mr. Higginbottom's watch. It's being mended, the shop closes at 5 o'clock, and the man wants 25 shillings. So Mr. Higginbottom will scalp me.
Oh, I see. And you haven't got 25 shillings to pay for it?
Not quite. I'm a bit short.
Well, why didn't you say so, James? Well, now, how much do you need to make up the 25 shillings?
19 and 11 halfpenny.
Oh, that much. Oh, well, come along, James. We'd better go down to the shop and collect the watch. And I shall keep it safe till we meet Mr. Higginbottom.
You mean you lend me the 19 and 11 halfpenny?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to give it to you.
Come in, Mr. Craythorpe.
Thank you, James.
Is the watch still going?
Of course it is, James. Don't worry. It's quite safe in my pocket. I was surprised to find Higginbottom not in his house at this time of the day.
Oh, hello, Theodore.
Hello, Mrs. Clitheroe.
Where have you been, Jimmy?
Oh, I've been for a walk with Mr. Craythorpe.
Well, I told you not to be late. Your tea's been ready for half an hour.
Well, we got held up, didn't we?
Yes, Mr. Higginbottom wasn't in.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe.
What did you want with Higginbottom?
Well, you see...
Come in now, Luke Higginbottom. I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I know I had it when I came here.
Hello, Father. Mr. Higginbottom, what's going on?
Look, Pat, this fella Higginbottom
I'll ask
trying
him
to say
myself
that...
if you don't mind.
Ask me what?
Well, missus, did you find my watch in your bathroom?
Watch? No, there's no watch up there. I've just tidied the bathroom.
Mr. Higginbottom.
Oh, that's very funny. I definitely took that watch off to have a wash in your bathroom, and I didn't put it on again.
Well, your watch isn't in the bathroom now, and if you don't believe me, you can go up and have a look.
I believe you, missus, but I've just thought of something. You were up there with me, Craythorpe. I came down first and left the watch behind, and now it's missing.
How dare you insinuate that I'm a thief?
You can't come here accusing people of being thieves.
All right, Craythorpe, turn your pockets out.
Yes, give him the watch.
I certainly... Oh,
so you have got it. Come here, you thieving magpie!
Let go! Take your vulgar hands off me!
Mr. Higginbottom, let go of his throat. I knocked your watch on the floor and bust it. I took it to the watchmakers and Mr. Craythorpe's paid for it to be mended.
You paid for my watch, Craythorpe. That's the best joke I've heard this week.
Well, if you let go of Mr. Craythorpe's windpipe, he can have a laugh as well.
Oh, sorry, Craythorpe. Is your throat all right?
My throat is, but my feelings are hurt. Perhaps you now realize that I'm not a thief.
No, but you're a right mug.
A right mug?
Yes, Higginbottom was taking the watch to be repaired when he came here yesterday.
You what?
Aye, that's right. Ozzy overwhelmed it and he broke the mainspring.
Then it wasn't me after all.
No, just for once you were innocent.
Mr. Higginbottom, would you put your hands round Mr. Craythorpe's throat again?
What for?
I want to see exactly how it's done before I try it on your Ozzy. You might like to know we got the repair money back off Mr. Higginbottom. I can't tell you what he said, though, because me grandad made me go out of the room. Anyway, I used my 5 bob for the poor children's outing. I took Shirley on the fairground.
Jimmy, come on to bed.
I've got to go now, so I'd better say goodnight. Oh, well, I better say goodbye, because you won't be hearing any more about my family for a while. I hope you've enjoyed listening to us and didn't think I was too naughty, because as my granddad told the headmaster after the fire brigade had gone. Whatever he said and whatever he did, it was only because he's the Clitheroe Kid.
That was the last in the present series of the Clitheroe Kid, in which you heard Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, Peter Goodright, Carol Gardner, Tony Melody, Gordon Wallings, with, of course, Jimmy Clitheroe as the Kid himself. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra under the direction of Alan Ainsworth, with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe and produced in the north of England by James Casey. We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Craythorpe in
No Match for the Kid. Hello? This is the Clitheroe house? James the butler speaking. Who's that? Oh, it's you, Ozzy. Well, what do you want? Of course I'm going to the football match this afternoon with me granddad. Who doesn't? He knows more about football than your dad. He played football for the Merchant Navy. Not on a ship. You up? Who wants to sit with you? Jimmy, are you going to belong on that phone? No, I'm not, you ginger-headed twerp. Oh, not you. I'm talking to Ozzy. You what, Ozzy? Our Susan's here. Jimmy, I want to use the phone and I'm in a hurry. But I can't hang up on Ozzy. He's my best pal. Now listen, bird brains. Never mind my granddad. I don't like your dad sitting next to me, bellowing down my ear holes. Of course he does. You know what they call him on the terraces? Foghorn Fred. And I'll tell you another thing. For the last time, give me that phone. I want to ring Billy Parker before he leaves his office. Oh, all right. I'll have to go, Ozzy. Susan wants to ring her sweetie pie. Billy Parker, you know, Egghead. Now that'll do. No, that was Bert Phillips. The one with the flat cap and the big Adam's apple. Oh, you cheeky little... You know, when he talked, he looked as though he'd swallowed a yo-yo. Give me that phone. See you at the match, Ozzy. Ta-ra! Get out of my way, you delinquent. How dare you disgust me again with that horrible child. What do you mean, horrible? There's nothing wrong with Ozzy that soap and water won't put right. Soap and water wouldn't do you any harm. Hello? Is Billy Parker there? What? He's gone home. Oh, what a nuisance. No, it's all right. Goodbye. Oh, that's torn it. Jimmy, would you do me a favor? You what? Oh, nip round to Billy Parker's house with a message for me. Who, me? You cheeky brother? The delicate who wants smacking? All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, ask me nicely. Please, James, will you go an errand for me? That's better. You'll go then? No. Why can't you go? Because I've just washed my hair. I thought it looked a funny color. It's clean. Just wait till you want me to do you a favor. There's only one favor you can do for me. Get married and leave home. Anyway, I'm going to get ready for the football match.
What's the matter with you two? You're always arguing.
Well, Ozzy phoned me up about the match and she kept interrupting.
Possy's going to the match, then?
Yes, with his dad.
Oh, we've got to go up with him again, have we? It was disgraceful, the last match. The way he shouted about the other side being dirty and the referee being a twister.
Yes, and that was before the kick-off. Anyway, Grandad, I've mended your rattle so you can cheer the lads on, and I've got my pea shooter to keep the linesmen awake.
Now, we don't want to...
You've got a cold, Grandad.
Oh, just a wee touch of the sneezy, Jimmy. Now, where's my hanky?
There it is, peeping from under your turnips. You'll have to get me a man to mend that hole in your pocket.
Aye, and I put some money in there as well. You see any on the floor?
No. Give yourself a good shake. That's it. Here's a tanner for a start. And a halfpenny. A 2-shilling piece. What's this? A coat button? Are you going to church tomorrow?
Now, that'll do. Give me that money, Jimmy, and up you go to the bathroom and wash your hands before lunch.
Right, Grandad. I won't be long.
Oh, well, there'll be a clean hanky in the sideboard somewhere, and...
Where's Jimmy?
Oh, he's just gone up the...
Oh, dear, another cold.
Oh, it's nothing bad. I was just looking for a...
I told you not to go digging in the garden in this weather.
Now, don't fuss. I'll take a couple of aspirins before I go to the football match.
You shouldn't be going anywhere with a cold like that. Let me feel your head. You've got a temperature.
Oh, it's only a wee bit of a sniff. I'll be all right.
Look, you're not as young as you used to be, and it's bitter cold outside. You can forget about the football match.
But I'm taking Jim, and he's been looking forward to it all week.
It doesn't matter. You're not going. You're going to bed.
Now, look here, Pat. If
That settles it. I'll make you a hot drink, and then you're off to bed.
Oh, well, maybe you are right. I don't know what Jim's going to say about missing the match.
Have had a wash, Grandad. Here's your rattle.
Look, Jimmy, about the match, I'm afraid of a bit of bad news.
You don't mean they're going to play Finnegan on the left wing again? He couldn't kick the skin off a rice pudding.
Jimmy, will you just...
He took 3 corners the other week and didn't touch the ball once.
No, Jimmy.
Twice he kicked the corner flag. The third time his boot flew off and the centre forward headed it in.
Jimmy, you're done.
That's up Finnegan.
What I'm trying to tell you is we're not going to the match.
Not going?
Your granddad's not well. He's full of a cold, so you're not going.
Oh, not going.
No, that's enough of that.
Oh, well, if we're not going, we're not going.
I'm sorry, Jimmy, but it can't be helped, love.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's not the end of the world.
Oh, I know it's unfortunate, Jimmy. You've looked forward to it so much, but
Bless you. Well, that's it then. I'll just have to stop at home.
Jimmy, don't be upset, love.
Who's upset? It's only one match. I don't care if we win 12-0. And 2 of the players get sent off.
No.
It won't worry me if Finnegan plays a blinder. He can get the ball in our half, run with it down the wing, beat 1 man, beat 2 men, sling it into the goal mouth. The centre forward can go with his head. It'll be in the net. And I won't be there.
You're not a baby anymore. You don't want your granddad to be ill, now do you?
Of course I don't.
There.
But you won't let me go on my own, will you?
No, I won't. I've told you before, there's far too much traffic on a Saturday afternoon.
Well, I could do the road safety drill.
that's right. He knows that, Pat. I taught him. You know, look right, look left, then right again.
Yes, and I know another one as well. Stand on the pavement, turn your neck. If nothing's coming, run like heck.
Now, Jim, listen, love, I'd let you go with pleasure if there was a grown-up to take you, but...
Hey, Mum!
What?
Ozzy's going to the match with his dad. If they took me, could I go?
Well, that should be all right, Pat.
Yes? As long as he brings Jimmy back home as well.
Oh, good. Can I go and ask him now?
You can go as soon as you've had your lunch. And while you're out, call up Mr. Craythorpe's for me, will you? Tell him Grandad's ill, so I won't be able to come round this afternoon.
All right, Mum.
That's a good boy. Oh, and if you go with Mr. Higginbottom, bring Ozzy back here for his tea.
What? Bring Ozzy's 7 stomachs round here? Mammy, he'll empty the pantry.
Well, he can't be any worse than you.
Can't he? He told me yesterday he had kippers, rice pudding, and 3 trifles.
Oh, it didn't.
Yes, for his breakfast.
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
Is my friend Oswald in?
No, he's not. He's gone to get his hair cut.
What, cut off those lovely ginger curls?
Look, never mind the comedy. What do you want?
Well, Ozzy said you were taking him to the football match this afternoon.
Well, what about it?
Well, it must be lonely for Ozzy at the match with nobody to talk to.
What do you mean he's got me?
Yes, but you're usually too busy explaining the rules to the referee.
Now, look here.
No, you see, I just thought if I came with you, Ozzy could talk to me.
Oh, and why aren't you going with your grandfather, the old haggis basher? Wouldn't anybody give him a free ticket?
My granddad can't go. He's in bed with a cold.
I don't wonder. I know he got that.
How?
Sitting in a drafty pub in his kilt.
You're always cracking jokes, Mr. Higginbottom. My granddad thinks you're very funny.
I really do that.
He says every time he sees your face, he
Does he? So he sent you round here for me to take you to the match.
Well, no, that was my idea.
Did he give you any money?
No.
I see. I'm going to pay for you.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Higginbottom. What time shall I come back?
About 1984.
Eh?
Take you to the match. I wouldn't even tell you the score.
Mr. Higginbottom, do you mean you're not taking me?
Not likely. I don't want any young cheeky monkeys with me.
Well, you're taking your Ozzy.
Look, get out and go and find another mug to take you.
All right, I will. You're not the only mug I know. Hello, Susan. Do you want any messages taken to Billy?
Don't try to be funny. Billy phoned me while you were out.
Oh, he's a lucky chap, is Billy.
Oh, why?
Having a pretty girl like you to go out with?
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. I was just thinking how nice you look in that lovely hat.
This lovely hat is the one I wore last Sunday when you said, is it a plant pot or are you supposed to be Tommy Cooper?
Well, it was only a joke.
Well, it wasn't very funny.
I don't know. Billy had a good laugh behind your back.
Now, don't start being rude again.
I'm not, Susan. I told Ozzy. I said, when our Susan goes on the films...
Me? On the films?
Well, Marilyn Monroe can't last forever.
How much do you want to borrow?
Susan, I don't want any money. I like you, that's all.
You mean that?
Of course I do. Do you like me?
Well, you're a bit naughty sometimes, but I like you really.
We never have any fun together like we used to do. When I used to grab your pigtails and gallop you to school.
Yes, and I had to take you everywhere I went.
My mum says we still ought to go out together sometimes.
Well, we will, Jim. I'd like to take you out sometime.
Good, you can take me to the football match.
But I can't do that. I told you this morning I was going out with Billy.
You just said you'd take me out, and I want to go to the football match.
Now, don't start shouting. I can't go with you. You'll have to get someone else to take you.
If I could get somebody else, do you think I'd be asking a soppy girl?
So that's it. All that talk about Marilyn Monroe can't last forever. When I get on the film...
You still might get on the films. Boris Karloff can't last forever either.
Stop shouting. The doctor's upstairs with Grandad. He'll think we're a lot of savages.
He will when he sees you with your plant pot and your war paint on.
Now look here. Oh, I ought to have more sense than to argue with a child. I'm going off to meet Billy. You infant.
Hey!
What?
When he brings you home tonight, don't say goodnight under my window.
Oh, what if I do?
I'll get the jug from the bathroom and water your plant pot. Oh, what am I going to do? 1:30. I'll never get there.
Well, I'm very relieved it's only a cold, Doctor. I hope you didn't mind me calling you.
Oh, not at all. It's always best to make sure. Just keep him warm and he'll be as right as rain in a couple of days.
Well, I've got the kettle on. I'll make him a hot drink.
Yes. Well, do it now while I make out the prescription.
Right, I won't be a minute.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh, hello, young fellow. Your grandfather's name is Peter, isn't it?
Yes. Is he all right, Doctor?
Oh, yes. He just needs to keep warm and get plenty of fresh air.
Oh, my granddad doesn't like his window open.
Well, I've opened it. There's nothing like fresh air. We don't get enough of it, you know.
I was hoping to get some this afternoon. Do you like fresh air, Doctor?
I certainly do. Unfortunately, I have to spend too much time indoors.
Well, it's no good telling people to get fresh air if you don't get any yourself.
You've got a point there, but I don't quite know how to manage it.
I do.
Oh, how?
I'll take you to the football match this afternoon.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I've got my work to do.
Oh, there'll be plenty of work at the match, because they're a dirty side, the other lot. Last year, they were kicking our lads coming out of the tunnel.
They do sound a rough lot.
Oh, they'll kick you anywhere. Our team will have to have shin guards in the back of the shorts.
Well, I'm sorry I can't come to see this exhibition. Don't they ever kick the ball?
Only by mistake.
Well, this should be all right for him, Doctor.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Here's the prescription. I'm sorry, young man, that I can't go to the football match with you.
Football match?
Nothing, ma'am. Shall I take that up for Grandad?
What's this about a football match, Doctor?
Oh, your little boy very kindly offered to take me to the match this afternoon.
Oh, did he? I'll speak to you in a minute.
Well, I'll get away, Mrs. Clitheroe.
There's no need to call again, Doctor. I'll get Father to call in and see you next week for a checkup.
Yes, do that, Mrs. Clitheroe. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Doctor. Now, why were you bothering the doctor about this football match? I thought Mr. Higginbottom was going to take you.
He won't. It was a waste of time going round.
Well, you'll just have to forget about it, Jimmy. Oh, by the way, what did Mr. Craythorpe say?
Mr. Claythorpe?
Yes, you went to give him a message for me.
Oh, heck, I forgot.
But you had to pass his door to go to Ozzy's. Oh, I could have phoned him if I'd known. He'll have been sitting there waiting for me. What was that?
Grandad's closed his window.
Father! The doctor said the window had to be open.
Well, the patient says it's stuck and closed. It's like Siberia out here.
I'll have to go and sort him out.
Well, go on, Mum. I'll phone Mr. Craythorpe.
All right, thank you, Jimmy. There's a good lad. And apologise for keeping you waiting.
Right-o, Mum. Oh, what a day. I might as well be at school. Come on, Mr. Craythorpe. Hurry up. Ooh.
Hello? Theodore Craythorpe speaking.
Are you the Chinese laundry?
Who, me?
That's right. Who, me? The Chinese laundry man.
Hello, who is that?
This is the dog's home. I have a message for you.
What message?
Bow wow.
Hello, who is speaking? Is this a joke?
This is a warning from the Black Hand Gang. You better keep your eyes open tomorrow.
Why?
So you can see where you're going.
Now I know who it is. It's James, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, Mr. Craythorpe. I've got a message for you.
And what is it this time?
What? Mr. Craythorpe. No, from me mum. She can't come round this afternoon because my granddad's in bed with a cold and she's got to look after him.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. I hope he soon recovers. Look, it's rather important I see your mother today. Oh, I think I'll pop round and then I can see your granddad as well and commiserate with him.
I think he'd sooner play you a game of drafts.
No, I mean sympathize. Oh, never mind. Look, tell your mother I'll come round straight away.
Righto. Bye-bye, Mr. Craythorpe.
Jimmy, I'm just going round round to the chemist for your granddad's medicine. Go upstairs, will you, and see that he doesn't close that window again while I'm out.
Right-o, Mum. Oh, but Mr. Craythorpe's on his way round.
Oh, won't be long. I'll leave the front door open for him. Look after your granddad.
All right, Mum. Look after me, Grandad. Everybody going to the football match, and I've got to be blinking Florence Nightingale.
Oh, hello there, Jimmy.
Hello, Grandad.
So, Higginbottom won't take you, your mum tells me. The old skinflint, I never liked him.
He doesn't like you. He called you an old haggis basher.
So, when I get my hands on him, I'll be a Higginbottom basher.
Well, if you get dressed, you'll just catch him at the football match.
Don't be silly, Jimmy. You know I'm ill.
Well, the doctor said you need fresh air. You get plenty at the football match.
Look, I've got a cold and I've got to keep warm.
Well, you could take a hot water bottle under your vest.
Jimmy, there must be something you can watch on television.
Oh, all that's on is table tennis, snooker, and... How are you? no.
What's that, son?
It's a program about Welsh harps. Anyway, Mr. Craythorpe's coming round to see Mum about the Women's Guild, so I can't have the telly on. Hey, I know. I'll get Mr. Craythorpe to take me.
Craythorpe go to a football match? Ah, he wouldn't have the strength to push his way through the turnstile.
Look, if he only gets me on the ground, he can go and lie down for an hour and a half.
No, you're wasting your time with that, Ninny. I'll tell you, Craythorpe will never go.
Hello, Mr. Sinclair. Hello, James.
Hello, Mr. Ninny. Craythorpe.
I hope you don't mind me coming straight up, but the door was open and there was nobody about.
I will have to buy an Alsatian.
Sit down, Mr. Craythorpe. Granddad's very pleased to see you. Are you, Grandad?
Eh?
Are you pleased to see him?
Oh, aye. Delighted, Theodore. It's made my day.
Well, I'm sorry to see you like this. It's this cold weather. One must take precautions and keep warm. My sister's always telling me to wrap up.
Well, you do.
Oh, I nearly forgot. My sister has sent you something to drink. There you are, a nice bottle of dandelion wine.
What?
Granddad's favourite. You love it, don't you, Grandad?
A what?
The kick-off at 3.
Oh, I love it. Every Saturday night, a packet of crisps, a bottle of dandelion wine, and I'm the king of the rose and crown.
Oh, I'm so pleased. Now, is there anything I can do for you? Any little tasks you've had to leave undone through being ill?
Well, there's one thing he wanted to do.
Then I shall do it for him. What was it?
Take me to the football match.
I'm afraid football is not in my line.
There you are, you're backing out.
No, James.
Now, Theodore, I heard your promise.
But really, Mr. Sinclair, a football match, oh, I couldn't stand it. The noise of those people.
Mr. Craythorpe, you're a traitor. If there was a war on, you'd be shot.
But very well.
Good old Mr. Craythorpe.
Oh, thank you, Theodore. And I'll let you take my rattle.
Well, let's get to the match. They kick off at 3.
But what about your mother?
Oh, she doesn't like football.
No, I mean...
Oh, hello. You're here already, Theodore. Well, I'll just give Father his medicine, and then we can have a nice long chat about the guild.
Well, I'm afraid I'm just going out.
But you've only just come in. Where are you going?
He's going to do something for Grandad.
What's that?
Throw his rattle at the referee.
Well, let's find a seat. Oh, I think I'm going to enjoy this after all.
Oh, there we are. We'll sit with them.
With whom?
Ozzy and his dad. That's Ozzy. The one with the big ears and the meat pie. Hello, Mr. Higginbottom.
Oh, it's you. So you
found the mug after all.
Yes, it's Mr. Craythorpe.
How do you do?
Well, it's you, Theodore. Bit out of your element, aren't you, dear? And I thought you were a bit more for ring of roses.
Ha ha! If I were you, I should keep your mouth closed, or the players might mistake it for the goal mouth.
Did you see that, Ozzy? Finnegan nearly scored through his own goal. Give us a bit of your pie. Oh, all right, then keep it, greedy gob.
Don't keep quiet. Come on, the Romans!
Good heavens! You might well tell the boy to keep quiet. You almost burst my eardrums.
That's nothing. When we scored a fortnight ago, he blew the ball back out of the net.
That's enough from you, you little brat.
Steady on there, old man. Have a care.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, Ozzy, give us a bite of your orange. All right, hope you swallow a pip.
Oh, well played, sir, well played.
Shut up, you're clapping for other side.
And why not? I've only come to see the best team win.
If you come to sit with me, you've come to see the Rovers win.
Hey, Ozzy, give us a few of your jelly babies. Oh, listen to him stuffing away. Hey, Porky, you've forgotten your trough.
One more crack out of you like that and I'll belt your lug.
Now, just a minute. We'll have no violence if you don't mind, or you'll be ejected from the ground.
Oh? Oh, and who's going to throw me out?
Mr. Craythorpe will.
No, I need the attendance.
Now listen, furry face. One more peep out of you and I'll sling you right over the stand.
If that is going to be your attitude...
Yes?
I've no more to say.
You sling Mr. Craythorpe out?
Yes, I will.
Take no notice, James.
Mr. Craythorpe will sling you out, sir. And Ozzy.
Please, James, please.
All right, Craythorpe. Come on, then.
Look, I have no wish to...
Go on, Mr. Craythorpe. I hope you rattle.
So you're going to sling me out, are you?
Put me down. You're tearing my raffle coat. Right next to the head of me.
After he grabbed Mr. Craythorpe's double coat.
Everybody was yelling. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it for myself. It gave Mr. Higginbottom the shock of his life.
Don't tell me Theodore knocked him down.
No, Finnegan scored. I've just come back to tell you that Grandad's better, and the doctor said Mr. Craythorpe can take the bandages off next Wednesday. Me and my Grandad went round to see him yesterday. We took him his dandelion wine back. But Grandad half filled it with whiskey. Mr. Craythorpe drank 2 glasses. Then he got on the phone to Mr. Higginbottom and demanded a return fight. Ozzy answered the phone and said, "Oh, don't some mothers have
'em?" You've been listening to Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid. Also in the recorded program were Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, Tony Melody, and John Broadbent. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra, conducted by Alan Ainsworth, with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe and produced in the north of England by James Casey.